Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Ronald Plays DDLC World of Dreams Act 2. On the previous episode, Act 2 started, shocker, and we visited the DDLC world, I guess. After the Act 2 incident or whatever, after hitting new game, and things were really weird. You know, there are many differences in all of the NPCs. Most of them negative. Like Kotonoha is no longer, the nice rich girl anymore. She gives off this bad vibe where she's the manipulative. Oh god, I can't pronounce it. The manipulative kind of rich friend. Know what I mean? So, I mean, that's just an example. My memory's not really that good. A lot has been going on in my life for the past few days. Anyway, let's hop right in. I'm tired of the silence. God damn it. Let's hope Yuri doesn't go full crazy. We can hope, but to be fair, we all like it when she does go crazy. It's what, it's what made her Yuri. It's what, fuck. Yuri going crazy is what makes Yuri, I guess. I just woke up from sleep, guys, so I might not make sense sometimes. Oh no, I forgot. When making the thumbnail, I forgot that Yuri has black hair. Completely forgot about it here. All right. We've already been here. Yep. There we go. I think we ended it here. A light dash of crazy is good. I think even a light dash of crazy, even that's bad sometimes. Did I read this part? Maybe I should God damn it, I'm so unprofessional. Maybe I should just look back at the footage I had before this, see where I ended the stream. Okay, we went outside. Unlike real life. Yep, we're going to the leisure club. And since we're not really part of it, the theory is that Yuri should be fine. Since we're not really part of the club yet, the theory is joining the club triggers Yuri's tendencies. So as long as we are not part of the club, Yuri should be fine. Okay, this is where we left off. I pay close attention to the students around me as we walk. Also, if my mic is not working, let me know. Wait, if my mic is not working, you guys wouldn't hear me. If you guys can hear me, type in blue duck in chat, just so that I know that you guys can hear me and all. All right, let's move on. I pay close attentions. I play close. Like I said, I just woke up from sleep, so I'm not really all there. I pay close attention to the students around me as we walk. Okay, you guys can hear me. Good. I remember a few of them from the past week, and nothing I'm seeing indicates any changes in personality. As I head towards the club room and approach the stairs to the 4th floor, I hear running footsteps from down the hall. Could it be Natsuki? Uh-oh. Looking around, I see Kozuo running towards me. She looks a bit disheveled as she runs past me, looking almost like she's going to cry. Is this Kotonoha's fault, or is this Saya's fault? Now watch her go, concerned. What was that about? Any idea? None. I turn back to head to the club room, when the reason for whatever upset Kozuo almost collides with me. Ah, yeah. Of course, it was Yae. Well, she's bad here as well. Probably even worse. Hey, watch it. She glares at me angrily. Not really wanting to cause any trouble, I step aside. That's better. She walks past me, then sees Kose running and turning down the stairs. She scoffs. What a crybaby. I just roughed her up a little bit. Okay, so I see that her tendencies got increased and she's more, you know, god damn it, I can't say certain words because of YouTube. She's a little bit rougher when it comes to her doing the thing she does. You know, the B word. The B word that, you know, sounds like a bull and a lie put together. Bull, you know what I mean. Oh god, that expression again. We were so wrong. She's still a monster. She walks past me and down the hall with a confident stride. She's more, yeah, she is. This time physical too. Seriously, what is wrong with that girl? You don't think she, you know, if she did, there's gonna be hell to pay, I promise you that. I can feel the anger rising again, and I take a few deep breaths to calm down again. You know, one thing we should consider is that the last time Sae went for Yuri, Kotonoha was there to like kind of help us, Kotonoha and Monica. But this time Kotonoha seems to not be, you know, she doesn't seem to be on our side anymore. So this might our confrontation with Sae might not, you know, go well as in Act 1. This anger sure seems to be a constant. And it's just Monday. I really don't like this. You sure you're gonna be okay? Yeah, I can manage. I continue the walk towards the club room. When I reach it, I hold my hand up and knock. Uh-oh. Finally, Yuri. Ah, come in. I gently but firmly slide open the door. I peek in, acting as if I'm not sure if I'm in the right place. Natsuki and Yuri are sitting at two desks that have been turned towards one another, each holding a small pale green booklet. Excuse me, sorry for interrupting you, but is this the literature club? The girls exchange a look for a brief moment, then Yuri stands and faces me a bit nervously. Yes, that's correct. So she's completely normal. Yeah. So the theory might be right after all. Not joining the literature club will keep her sane. Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure I had the right place. Hey, I remember you from this morning. Oh, have you two met already? Natsuki freezes. I immediately jump in. I accidentally run into her this morning on my way to class. Oh, I see. Well, welcome to the literature club. Yay. I'm the oh yeah, Act 2. I'm the vice president, Yoshika Yuri. This is one of our members, Muramoto Natsuki. I forgot that they have second names. I'm Chizumeiji. Nice to meet you two officially. Ah, yes, of course. Wait, did you guys meet already? We talked a little bit at lunch about her book. Oh. I look around the room as if looking for a third person. Also, give me a second, I want to check my audio. Please. Okay, good, my voice is loud enough. By the way, where's Asano-san? Eh? Our president? How do you know her? Well, she was the one who told me about the club earlier. Really? I was unaware that she was considering bringing in new members. Well, I'm just here to check the club out. That's all. Sorry if I disappointed you. Huh? Why would we be disappointed? Okay, not the response I was expecting. Oh no, Yuri had the flirty. Did she? Did something trigger her? Oh man, I didn't notice. Well, I mean, from what she told me, you're one member short of being an official club, right? I'm guessing that's what she asked. Psh, so she asked you, why? Not sure, really. I mean, we were in the same class last year, but that's basically the only way I know her. Well, even if you're just visiting, as vice president, it is my duty to welcome you. Thank you very much. Yeah, welcome, I suppose. I'm sorry Monica isn't here today, but she told me she wasn't feeling well and that she was staying at home today. Oh? I'm sorry I missed her. I'll tell her you stop by after the club meeting is over. In the meantime, would you like some tea? Today is certainly a day for it. I indicate the rain outside with a small smile. It is indeed. I'll go find some water. Be right back. So saying, Yuri grabs the hot water heater and rushes out the club room, leaving me alone with Natsuki. Okay, I'm just messing around. Oh wait, actually no, this might actually suit the the mood a little bit better. So, the atmosphere gets tense just then, and I'm not entirely sure what else I can say. Let me make it a little bit louder. There we go. I've never had this happen to me before. However, before I can try again, Natsuki speaks up. Hey, listen. About earlier today, you know, with the milk and energy bars. If you still think you owe me anything, you really don't. No, that's not it. Dummy. I feel a small bit of relief from this exchange. It feels more normal than anything else that's been going on lately. I just wanted to thank you. And make you promise not to tell anyone about it, okay? Right, I promise. Good. You'd better. A nod in affirmation. Suddenly, I hear someone's stomach growling. Natsuki's face goes beet red and she looks away. I smile a bit, then reach down into Meiji's backpack, pulling out some of the food I'd gotten from the vending machines earlier. Here, take whichever ones you like. Natsuki will bite. I mean, that's something she might do, but you know, not unprovoked. Alright, we should probably turn off the FNAF ambience. Natsuki looks at me again, frowning in suspicion. Is something wrong? Meiji, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't she readily accept the cookie I bought for her last time? No, you're right. She did pretty much dig into that cookie. I wonder why. Well, she probably hasn't eaten for a couple of days. She looks down at the bars I've laid out on the desk in front of her, then looks back at me. Why? What do you want out of me? Your organs. What? Suddenly, she brings her hand over her chest, almost in a protective gesture. You don't want to do that, do you? What? Oh God! No! 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 I shake my head, looking horrified. What the hell kind of experience does this Natsuki have that her mind immediately goes to that? Oh boy. Did the script corrupt everyone's liberty? Biden. This time? That wasn't my intention at all, I swear. Ronald, do you think her dad or someone has been... Oh god. I certainly hope not. Or anyone else for that matter. Yeah. Same here. Hey, stop spacing out on me and just tell me what you want. I look back up at Natsuki. Look, Muramoto-san. I was just trying to help, I promise. She doesn't move for what seems like minutes. But it's probably only a few seconds. Finally, she reaches over and grabs the nearest candy bar. A bar named Cat Nibble that resembles a Kit Kat bar. Quickly, she opens it, but just like with the milk earlier, sniffs hesitantly at the bar. Oh god, does that mean she has been like, has a food been like, a food or drink has been like spiked before? Did someone spike her stuff? That's why she like sniffs it? Finally, she breaks off a piece and eats it. I open a small bags of chips and slowly begin eating. While she nibbles on the chocolate-covered wafer bar, I see Natsuki looking up at me with a lingering bit of suspicion in her eyes. Thankfully, Yuri comes back just then. You think that the MC would give her the potato chips rather than the chocolate, because it's more filling. And Natsuki sure as hell needs them carbs. Her face looks a bit flushed. I hope that doesn't mean what I think it means. Oh. Damn. Sorry for the wait. She looks at what Natsuki and I are doing. Where did you get the food? I bought them earlier. Sorry, is there no eating allowed in the classroom? No, that's not it. I pull out a small matcha cake and hand it out for Yuri. Ah, I see. Bribery. If you want some, I don't mind. I bought too much this morning anyway. Yuri looks down at the cakes, then back up at me with a curious expression. Are you sure? Of course, be my guest. You've prepared tea for me, it's the least I can do. Yuri smiles at me gratefully. Thank you very much then. She takes the cake and opens it, taking a bite and clearly enjoying it. Yuri then walks over to the closet and begins gathering the tea set and placing it on the shelves against the back wall. Silence falls. The only sound at the moment is Yuri's preparation of the tea. I nervously pat my lap, trying to think of something to say. Natsuki looks slightly nervous, looking out of the window mostly, giving me suspicious glances. Finally, I clear my throat. So, what were you reading before I came in? Natsuki looks over at me, startled out of whatever train of thought she was having. Oh, here. She shoves one of the books forward. I gingerly pick it up and read the title. American Short Stories. Alright. Which one were you reading? A Horseman in the Sky. Isn't it the same story that they read last time? You're right. That's a bit encouraging, isn't it? We'll see. Really? Why that one? It's the one Monica chose for us to read this weekend for discussion. Natsuki says this with what almost sounds like derision. Derision. I've never heard of that word before. What the hell? Oh. It means ridicule or mockery. Oh, okay. I wanted to read something else. Is this persona looks like shit? But Justin, look, she's doing a Rumia cosplay. See, the hair is the same color, and she has a little bit of red on her. I wanted to read something else. Now, Natsuki, there's no need for that. Yuri returns with the tea set and places it on a nearby desk. She pours tea into 3 cups and hands one to me and to Natsuki. We all agreed on this story. I know it's not a manga like you. Yuri! Natsuki looks salmonella angry and embarrassed. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I mean. I forgot how cringy that was. Yuri looks immediately flustered. Well, given the last time Meiji got really mad at the player sort of splitting views, if both gets really mad, it might either cause the two to fuse or split. True. Is something wrong with manga? I mean, I read manga too. It might not be what most people consider real literature, but they tell stories, don't they? Well, yeah, they do. See, Yuri? I'm not the only one who thinks manga is literature. I never said it wasn't. I simply said it wasn't my medium of choice. Oh. Well, at least there's someone else. Wait. At least there's someone else in this school who knows the truth. I smile a bit at this exchange. It feels pretty normal to me. Anyway, what's the story about? Yuri looks up with a sudden renewed excitement. Almost like the excitement she showed early in the cafeteria. Ah, it's a story set during the American Civil She suddenly pauses, looking apprehensive. I chuckle and nod. I don't mind spoilers for this. Go ahead. Oh, thank you. Whoa, damn. That's pretty rad. Cut and dry, in my opinion. Yuri and I both pause and turn to Natsuki. Oh? How so? Think about it. They're enemies in the war, and it's kill or be killed. Doesn't matter if you're family. I respectfully disagree. Oh, is the argument coming? I believe that Carter's inner struggles are meant to be interpreted as a lesson in the relationship between father and son. Intrigued, I lean forward, tea in hand. How so? Even Natsuki looks a bit curious, if still stubborn. As I understand this story, Carter and his father actually parted amicably, despite the father vehemently disagreeing with his son's choice of army. However, since the mother was on her deathbed, they actually agreed not to tell her and hope to reconcile in the future. There are many themes at work in the short story, but the main themes are the contrast between familial relationships and duty. Carter decided that sparing his father's life would have killed many more people in the end, and in this case, duty won out. I still think that's too wordy for my tastes. Is it so hard to make your point without all the fanciness? Don't say it, Yuri. I know what you're gonna say already. Oof. Awkward. No shit. As I watch the interaction between the two, I begin noticing a slight tension that I don't remember from before. Yes, they had different viewpoints and the argument last time around, but the tension wasn't this bad. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't sense it before. Maybe I was just hoping against hope Hoping against hope? I was just hopping again. I don't know. Hoping against hope and deluded myself. Or maybe it's this way because Sairi or even Mark isn't here to interject and try to placate them. Guess that's my job, at least for today. Sounds like it sounds like an interesting read. The girls both turn their attention to me. Yuri looks a bit relieved by the distraction, and Natsuki's irritated look softens the episode lightly. I'm sorry I don't have a third copy to share with you. It's not that cumbersome of a read and wouldn't take you that long. It's alright. Here, you can borrow my copy. Natsuki subtly shoves her book towards me. Wait, are you sure? Yeah, I've actually got some other work to do before this club is over. So saying, she grabs her bag and walks over to the back corner of the classroom near the closet, sits at the desk, and begins her work. I look over at Yuri curiously. If you're not interested in reading it, no, it's alright. I don't mind taking some time to read. Yuri nods and opens her own copy of the book. I look down and open the book Natsuki handed to me. Yuri is right, as it turns out. The story is a relatively short read, if a bit complicated. It's not something I normally read, but it's definitely entertaining enough to keep me engaged. Oh. He actually read the book. I eventually finished, then put the book down. Oh god, they're gonna discuss the book even more now. Seeing this, Yuri looks over at me curiously. So, what did you think about it? It was definitely entertaining to me. You'd have to give me more time to process what I just read. Plus, I'm sure this was originally written in English. Things get lost in translation. Indeed they do. She holds up her copy of the short story collection, and I notice that it's in English. Without thinking, I read the title out. Ronald, no! What? Oh, frick. Yuri's expression is suddenly very intense, but only for a moment. Uh-oh. Her gentle smile returns with a hint of excitement. Do you speak English, Mr. Chizu? Uh-oh. She says that in flawless sounding English. Her tone is almost hopeful. Fuck. Oh, goddammit, I swore. How do I cover this up? Looking at the title of the Japanese book I have, I see to my dismay the title isn't quite the same. I stumble over my words, trying to make it sound as if I'm speaking broken English. I speak English very little. I switch back to Japanese. I'm not the best student at it. And yet, you recognize the title instantly. Damn it! Yeah, well... God, if you're out there, I could really use a distraction. Of course my luck isn't that good. Yuri goes on. Our English program here isn't the most ideal one. I've actually heard that Taisho High has a stellar English program. I almost applied there. Really? It's not much of a distraction, but if I play my cards right, maybe I can get her to talk a bit about herself. What's Taisho High? The only other high school in our city. It's a college prep school. Ah, thanks. I would have gone, but the cost to attend is almost twice. Excuse me. Almost twice that of Sakura Academy. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Not that Sakura Academy's education is bad in any sense, of course. I just wish that the English program was better. That's fair, yeah. I mean, you can try watching English movies and pick up English that way. You know, you can be a reverse weeb. Watch American shows and learn English that way. I forgot you have to pay for high school. Yeah. Who the fuck is Major? Whoever your Cyberpunk 2077 fanfic character. Well, you see, you know how like the main character it stands for whatever. You know, MC stands for main character. So in this game, they gave him a name. The M stands for Meiji, and the C stands for Chizu. So it's Chizu Meiji or Meiji Chizu. And I guess in this mod, you exist along with the main character. So yeah, you're basically trapped in his body. It's like JoJo. It's like Doppio and Diavolo. 2 personalities in one body. Isn't that rad? I looked down at the book and God damn it! I looked down at the book still in my hands, remembering that it's still there. Oh, pardon me. I should probably return this to Muramoto-san. Of course. And by the way, thank you for letting me check this club out at least. Ah, of course. I do hope you join. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to think about it and perhaps visit it again this week. I'm sure Monica would be delighted. Yuri's smile seems pretty genuine enough, but I'm still a bit on edge as to how she reacted to my careless mistake. Worst body to get stuck on? True. I stand and walk over to where Natsuki is sitting with a thick book open. As I walk up, I grow confused since she has a sheet of paper and pencil out as she reads. Her eyebrows are furled up in frustration. I slow down so as not to startle her with my approach. I gently clear my throat. Pardon me, Muramoto-san. Startled, she looked up at me. Huh? Oh, it's you. Need something? I keep my grin to myself. I was just returning this. I hold out the book. Natsuki looks at it, then at me. You read the story already? Damn, you're pretty fast. She takes it from me and puts it in her school bag. Thanks for letting me borrow it for today. Oh, sure. She nods at me in an almost distracted way as she focuses on... she focuses more on what's in front of her. I start to leave, then fake a double take. Not hard to fake, actually. It seems like Natsuki is actually doing homework. The workbook she has open is the standard math book for the school. Math. Natsuki's eyebrows are furled as she focuses on one problem in particular. I'm not the best at math, to be honest. Anytime during the past week I've had a math class, I've always asked Meiji for help. Get it? Because he's Asian and they're good at math. Meanwhile, me, I'm good at math. He's not exactly the best either, but he's better than I am currently. The problem that she's stuck on incorporates stuff with blah 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 nerd. That makes sense. Natsuki looks up at me, just not noticing me looking over her shoulder. Do you mind? I'm trying to work here. Sorry. It's just that you're approaching the problem wrong. Who asked you? Damn. She really just said, did I ask? I raise my hands defensively and back away without another word. I go back to my other seat and sit down. Yuri is too engrossed in her own book to notice my return. Choke slam her. Choke slam her on her chair. She's like, who asked you? Fucking grab her by the throat. That'll be funny. Kind of cruel, but still funny. Hello, Andrew. I'm doing all right. Stream's been going on for 36 minutes. Nothing much has happened so far, but I guess Natsuki's situation is kind of sad, which is sad. I'm not really good at talking, am I? Natsuki, Jesus Christ! All I have to say so far is that I really like Natsuki in this mod. She's more likable. Maybe saying likable is not the correct word. Maybe it's like she's most. It's her situation is more sympathetic. I empathize more to her or some shit. I don't know. I feel more like I want to protect her. I feel like I want to protect her more. I'm slurring my speech a lot. God damn. Like I said, I woke up from sleep. I'm very sleepy. My sleep schedule has been kind of ruined, so I may not be here 100%. When is Meiji gonna pull a silver hand and tell us to off ourselves? I don't think Meiji will ever do that because it's not as cool as Johnny. Put some iron in your mouth and pull the trigger. Wanna learn about numbers? Booyaka 619. Tolerable? Nah, I wouldn't call her tolerable. I always liked Natsuki. Ever since playing the vanilla game. I hated Natsuki when I first started playing the vanilla game, but on Act 2 is when I started to like Natsuki, because when Act 2 is happening, Monika's, being Monika, being the, the code reality warping woman. Yuri was, being Yandere Yuri. Meanwhile, Natsuki was the only normal one. That kind of made me like her a bit. Kind of sad how she was like, just deleted. Yuri got her whole Yandere villain arc. Sairi got her whole sad arc, and Monika was the, Meanwhile, Natsuki just she just glitches out, and then she gets deleted. Pretty much the saddest character of all. Hello, Jinkin. Give me a second. I didn't pay attention to her, but I've got a soft spot for her now. She never gets much attention at work, unfortunately. Yeah. And it's also kind of hard, I guess, to make like romance routes for Natsuki, because, she doesn't look like she's of age. I mean, to be fair, in reality, none of them are supposed to be of age, but good thing Team Salvado made them all 18. Thank goodness for that. And also, like, Natsuki doesn't look like 18, but the sad reality is that she doesn't look like that is because she's, like, malnourished. I mean, we all know this, but still. Must be kind of awkward making romance routes for her. Have I actually played any, like, good Natsuki mods? Other than exit music? Is there any, like, good Natsuki mods that don't end with her with tragedy? I remember the normal VN mod and then purist mod. Yeah, those were good. I've done like a couple of Yuri mods with happy ending. I think I've done a lot of Yuri mods, like Yuri mods with good endings, like the Outcast mod, the Fallen Angel mod. Okay, my memory is not good, but I think I've done like at least 3 Yuri specific mods. Natsuki is actually sentient. This is why she asks MC to be careful around Monika. I mean, she's not sentient. She's she's not sentient. She just is kind of self-aware, but not to a fourth wall breaking level. Natsuki's the GOAT in God of War 2018. Yeah, I really love the part where Natsuki beats up Baldur and then tells Kratos to read manga instead of like hunting. That was the best part of God of War 2018, not gonna lie. The part when God damn, I'm so unfunny. I'm not gonna continue this joke. Yuri always gets better, more Yuri always gets better, more expressive endings from what I've seen over the years. People like her more, I guess. We need some love on Natsuki, man. So far from what I've seen, I've only like come across a lot of Monika happy ending mods and like Yuri happy ending mods. Not much with Natsuki or Sayuri. We need some more love for Natsuki. The only other Natsuki mod I know is Summer Hope and Behind Closed Doors. I never finished Behind Closed Doors. Anyway, let's move on. Not wanting to disturb her, I quietly rummaged through Meiji's backpack, looking for anything literature related. I don't have any homework that I can do currently, since I have a habit of doing it during class when there's a lecture going on. Most of the teachers in the school can take too long to teach the main topics, something I'm very much used to in college. The great part about the college that I'm going to is that I chose since for those of you guys who don't know, I'm currently in college. This is right now it's my semester break, that's why I'm like streaming. But I chose a course where there would be no exams involved, no studying involved. It's all assignment based. So it's like, it's kind of blessing in a way. Like last month was the first semester. It was kind of like a short semester, just like a month plus, where my subjects were digital photography, drawing fundamentals, and yeah, just two of those, and like literature. And you don't really have to study at all, especially if like you're interested in the subject. Like I was interested in digital photography. It's kind of easy. Like the lecturer just gives you some tasks: take a certain picture in a certain way, go to this location, not this, I mean, it's like just take photos, I guess, with different techniques, different styles and all, and make sure the picture is good. That's basically it. Those are the assignments. And I mean, on paper it sounds really easy, but with digital photography you have to actually go outside, which I'm not really a fan of. Like, yeah, you actually have to go outside and take pictures and shit, which not really that fun, but still pretty cool. Way better than like studying for a subject for like 2 hours a day or stuff like that. And drawing fundamentals, it's just drawing stuff. It's not really that bad. It's not hard. It just takes a lot of time. So if you know how to manage your time, you can handle it pretty well. I want a DDLC mod where you just motivate Dan into making DDLC. It's just us like forcing him to make DDLC 2. That's a bit too chibi for romance. Yeah. They got extra characters in this mod? Yeah, they do. We have Kotonoha, we have Sai, we have Yuri. I think that's the name. Oh, I don't remember her name. The fusion between Sayuri and Natsuki. I don't know. Wait, yeah, her, Sayuri and Monica. I forgot her name. Got any tips for bad professors? Well, to be fair, I haven't. The professors, I mean, the lecturers I've had are not bad. They were actually the best lecturers I could ever ask for. Like the digital photography lecturer, he was really, really responsive when I asked questions. Well, to be fair, I sat in the front row, so I could always ask him questions. And yeah, he was pretty chill. He wasn't like he didn't look like he hated his job, I guess. He was really passionate about what he was doing. And yeah, he's not bad, not even close. Yeah, Mori, thank you. Yeah, her name's Mori. And when it comes to my drawing fundamentals teacher, she's kind of young, maybe in her late 20s to like early 30s. So like she's kind of relatable, I guess. And she was really cool. She even has a Discord, and she plays like, what's that game again? That Helltaker? No, not Helltaker. Diablo. No, not Diablo. What? Hades. Yeah, she plays Hades, which is kind of cool. Anyway, getting too rambly here. Let's continue the game. Not finding anything, I decide to quietly stand and look in the closet for anything. Your teacher is Twi. Damn. Yeah, they actually do share a lot in common. They both play Hades. They both like drawing. Well, my teacher's not depressed, so not finding anything, I decide to quietly stand and look in the closet for anything. I quietly walk past the concentrating Natsuki and take a quick glance at the bookshelves. Aside from Natsuki's manga, most of the books appear to mostly be school related. Workbooks, study guides, and more fill the shelves. The boxes on the floor are more of the same. I sigh quietly and head back to the desk. As I'm passing Natsuki, I take a very quick glance at her work. She's still apparently stuck on the same problem she was working on when I gave her the book back. As I begin to turn away, she throws down her pencil in frustration. Damn it, why is it so hard? She murmurs to herself. I pause and look back at her. If you're having issues, skip it and come back to it later. She glares up at me.
No one asked you.
Okay. Unlike before, though, Natsuki sounds more defeated and less antagonistic. Okay, let me redo that. I said let me redo that. No one asked. No one asked you. Would you like some help? We just covered this type of problem in class. At least the new stuff. Angle slam onto the table now. Kick her in the head. You guys are mean. She looks away, a stubborn frown plastered on her face. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Yuri lower her book and glance at the two of us. Uh-oh. Why? Natsuki looks up at me sharply. Why do you want to help me? God damn it, this is a serious moment. I can't ruin it. The look in her eyes is a mixture of confusion, stubbornness, and suspicion. Because it looked like you were struggling. But if you don't want any help, I go quiet as Natsuki looks back down at her book, looking over everything. Her fists clench in frustration. Then she looks back up at me. I would appreciate the help. Is everything alright here? A slightly nervous looking Yuri walks over. What's the problem? Math problem. Oh, I can help you. Yuri looks down at the workbook. Do you want that? God damn it, I got a notification. Do you want help? I can see a bit of a stubbornness returning. But before she can say anything, I chime in. There's never any shame in asking for help, you know. Fine. Let's actually go back to the other desks. I'll move a third one so I can sit. Natsuki begrudgingly grabs her belongings and walks back over to the desk. She's gonna explode. If anything, she's gonna implode. She has nothing in her. Kinda sad. I grab a third desk and move it over so Yuri is on my left and Natsuki is on my right. What would you take? The blue pill, the Yuri, who has a potential yandere tendency, or would you pick the Natsuki, the stubborn weeb, who, you know, is small? But, yeah, small. But is amazing cook, though. What would you choose? Blue pill, red pill? I forgot that you can make polls. Yeah. Blue pill. I will end the poll at the end of the stream. Yuri reaches into her own bag and brings out her copy of the math book. I do the same and bring out my answer sheet. Thank you. Natsuki says this quietly and in a subdued and embarrassed tone. Not a problem. I wouldn't be a good vice president if I allowed club time to cut into your studies. Natsuki sits slowly and opens the books. So, what are you stuck on exactly? For the rest of club time, Yuri and I, but more major than me, help explain to Natsuki the basic principles of the problems he was having issues understanding. Can we make a green pill and it's just poison? What? Which, as it turns out, is nearly all of them. I grow increasingly concerned as I know that Natsuki is smarter than she thinks herself to be. If anything, her poems are evidence of her intelligence. Ah, yes. Her poems kinda, I'm actually equally as surprised by Yuri's manner of teaching. This way... the way she explains the concepts we're reviewing aren't just helpful to Natsuki, but they help me remember my older math lessons more clearly. I breathe in a sigh of relief whenever I see Natsuki's eyes light up in further understanding as the concepts click for her. I make a small note to bring more food in for her, reminding myself to come up with realistic excuses so she doesn't think I'm stalking her. Eventually, Yuri pulls out a small battered pocket watch. She looks at it, then over at the wall clock at the front of the room. Oh my, it's getting late. We really should end the club meeting. She turns to me with a small smile. Jesus-san, thank you for stopping by to observe our club. I promise it always isn't like this. She lowers her voice for the last sentence, looking over at Natsuki with a concerned look. No problem. Will you come again? I know you said you were just observing, but still. She trails off. I might come by again, who knows? Ah, alright. I'll let Monica know of your interest in our club. Thank you. I then raised my voice and addressed the two girls. It was a pleasure to meet the both of you. If I do join, I look forward to getting to know the two of you better. Well, even if you're a boy, I guess I could tolerate you in the club. Natsuki. Heh, fair enough. Do you need help cleaning up? Eh? Yuri looks around the room. Aside from the rearranged desks and some crumbs around them and the tea set, the classroom seems to be pretty clean. Today was the first day. Yep. This is episode 3. What did I do in episode 1? Oh yeah, we were still on the first day on episode 1. I don't mind helping. I walk over to the closet and grab the broom and dustpan. Natsuki and Yuri look at each other briefly. Ah, please, let me do that. It is my duty after all. She walks over to me, looking at the broom and dustpan nervously, then back at me. Yeah, just give up that, Chizu. She gets stubborn like this sometimes. Natsuki! I put the broom and dustpan down on a nearby desk and raise my hands in surrender. Far be it from me to step on the duties of the vice president, but are you sure? I am, but I am grateful for the offer. I can certainly handle a small task such as this. Well, if you're sure, thank you for having me, and I'm sorry I came by unannounced. It's quite alright. Thank you for stopping by, and see you later, hopefully. Natsuki is already heading towards the door. She turns and gives Yuri a polite nod. Yuri smiles softly at the blonde Sun before focusing on the task of cleaning. I walk out mere moments after Natsuki. Can we really call her a tsundere anymore? Natsuki has barely shown a tsundere side. Like, that tsundere side has been, decreased significantly. she's such in a bad position that she can't, like, rely on, not rely, she can't, like, even go back to that sundari side of her. Like the time when we were at the vending machines, she was so hungry that she couldn't even deny the food, which is honestly really sad. Man, this Yuri is too normal. Western knife. She's normal because we haven't joined the club yet. That's the theory, at least. No energy for it, poor Natsuki. Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, the theory is that if we join the club, that's when Yuri's tendencies, like, start. So as long as we don't join the club, and as long as we just, hop by and, just look around, I guess, observe the club, she should be fine, as long as we do that. Natsuki's trust has been decreased. How, though? Give me a second, I need some water. This is your reminder to drink more water as well. Yuri was normal on day 1. Damn, you got a point, yeah. So I guess the real Yuri shows up the next day. As long as the script doesn't try to get itself back on track. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see her looking back at me in a poor attempt at being sneaky. Hey, Ronald? What's up? Was it such a good idea to leave Yuri alone in the room like that? What with her problem? I know what you're getting at, but I also don't want to come off as stalkerish right off the bat. We can't be too careful here. We come back the next day and Yuri's like cut off her entire arm. Now that you mention it, that does sound pretty reasonable. But I'd at least like to check the script when we get home. That's fair. We'll check it later then. Thanks. You're welcome. I stay a good distance behind Natsuki, looking out the windows at the rainy landscape below and sighing heavily. The two of us head down to the lockers. As I approach my locker, I see Natsuki dragging a small stool over towards it. She notices me approaching and stops. Oh, am I in your way? Yeah, but take your time. I don't have anywhere to be. Looking a bit relieved but still suspicious, she gets on the stool and begins unlocking a locker at the very top. As it turns out, hers is about 3 locker spaces above Meiji's. This doesn't really register for me as I'm too busy in my own thoughts. However, Meiji notices and takes action before I do. Ronald, think it's alright if we offer to switch with her? I look between our 2 lockers and curse myself for a fool for not thinking of it before him. I don't see why not. We can reach the locker better. What about the sun? Do you want to switch lockers with me? Huh? Why? So you can reach it without a stool? Mine's right here. I indicate the locker in question. Once more, she looks at me with suspicion. Are you sure you don't want something out of me? I want your liver. Okay, I shouldn't make that kind of joke. That just sounds creepy. Now I'm even more worried about her. What else could this version of Natsuki have possibly gone through to make her this distrustful? Nothing. I promise. I hold up my hands in an innocent gesture. It was just an offer. Isn't it weird we're getting a lot of lack of, there's a lack of background music. Ah, I see. This is the background music. Fuck it, I'll put a background music on my own. Why did you go blank after saying liver? I don't know, I wanted to... I don't know, you know the kind of comedy where it's just like... It's not even funny, it's just like scary or whatever. You know, I tried being creepy there for a sec, but... Ugh. Monica's going to get a hell of a shock with the changes. Well... Not really, because she's technically... Isn't she like with Sayuri in the space classroom? Overlooking everything? What if Natsuki was hit with the script instead of Yuri? I think she's already hit in her own way. She stares at me. I can handle myself, thank you. Okay. The offer's always open if you change your mind. She takes her school slippers off and slips on some older looking shoes. She then closes and locks the locker, moves the stool back, and after grabbing a small umbrella, walks out into the rain. Damn, that was a bit harsh of her. I was just trying to help. Maybe I said something wrong here. We don't know all the specifics of this world yet. There are obviously some pretty big differences, but we don't know what or who has been affected. I don't see how you could have said anything wrong. I would have said something similar anyway. Well, thank you. I take off the school slippers, grab Meiji's shoes and slip them on. Then, after everything is put away, I grab the school bag and umbrella and walk out into the rain. Ah, finally. As soon as we are more or less walking alone, music's too loud. I pull out Meiji's phone and make a call. Hello. I can feel Meiji's inner smile at hearing her voice. I smile a bit in response. Hey there, Sayuri. The club just ended, so we're heading home now. Oh, that's good. How was school for you two? Is Monica there? I want to tell her too. Yeah, hang on. You're really good at being a creep, Ronald. I believe in you. Thank you. I hear some footsteps on the other line, and a sleepy sounding Monica talking to Sayuri. The conversation is brief and I only hear bits and pieces of it. Okay, you're on speakerphone now. My smile immediately grows wider. Hey there. How have things been over there? Pretty good. I've been making sure Monica gets plenty of rest. I wanted to try making something for her, but, well, you know how that played out last time. Meiji. My smile at Meiji's grows wider and I chuckle. No matter what, it seems Sayuri is more resilient than her initial personality type leads one to believe. Plus, I can't leave, so... I nodded understanding, briefly forgetting that they can't see me. Well, thanks for being there for her. Okay, I'm not gonna make the joke. Monica, are you feeling any better? Better than before. Sayuri's right. She's been pretty insistent on making me sleep, and it's helped. But what about you? I haven't had a chance yet to look over the script for today. What do you mean you didn't have a chance? That's partly why I called. Aw, you boys didn't just call to check up on two sexy ladies home, all alone and lonely? I can't help it now. I burst out laughing. Meiji does too. I received some confused stares from people on the street, but for that brief moment, I don't care. My laughter is mostly that of relief. If Monica can be this flirty, she's definitely feeling better. And if Sairi can make some self-deprecating jokes, she's probably feeling a bit better too. My dear, you wound me. Of course Meiji and I would call to check on you too. I'm just teasing Ronald. As am I. I take a moment to stop laughing, then clear my throat. Confused stare from people, dude, it's a ghost town. Clearly he's suffering from schizophrenia. Ronald? Are you okay though? I'm mostly just drained, physically and mentally. What happened at school today? Well, let's just say the mood at school is a lot more tense than I remember from last week. If you don't mind, I'd actually like to tell you when we get home. Of course. We'll be in the space classroom waiting. Wait, Monica, shouldn't we just look at the script? Yeah, maybe. Monica sounds a bit hesitant. Go ahead and take a look. Maybe there's something there that I missed, or maybe I'll have some information that it missed. Highly doubtful though, seeing as this script seems to be all-knowing. We'll see you when you two get home. Have a safe trip back. Just be careful. The weather forecast is saying the rain is gonna get worse as the week goes on. We will. See you later. Bye. Bye. I hear the sounds of a phone closing on the other end. I close Meiji's and put it back in his pocket. Just then, I turn down onto Meiji Street. The street lights are still on as I silently walk back towards the house. Meiji is silent, almost pensive. The closer to his house I get, the more nervous I get. And not because I'm about to see Monica again. No. This feels more like I'm about to walk into a proverbial lion's den. Not because of the girls, but because of the dangers we will be facing during the week. I love how this person is good looking enough to attract two girls and you named him Ronald. What do you mean? I just named him it's just they asked me to type my name and I typed my name. Do you want me to like type in Morgan Freeman? Or Shrek? I had pushed those feelings down before school, but now they're just resurfacing with a vengeance. I stand in front of Meiji's house, looking at the typical two-story Japanese domicile. Domicile. Guess my time in the club has made me think in, shall we say, fancier terms. Name him Meiji so it gets kinda confusing. No. At least in English. I grip Meiji's bag and umbrella tightly, my knees somewhat shaking. Ronald, what's wrong? Why are you nervous? I don't know. Eager to see Monica again that badly, huh? Despite myself, I smirk. I could say the same for you, lover boy. It's his turn to get nervous. But that's not it, really. Huh? Then what's wrong? I remain standing there, fear coming back within me. Like it's about like it's about to burst through my mouth. My breathing speeds up. I don't know. I'm scared. I go up and lean against the closed fence gate, feeling a bit weak. I am too, man, but it's better to be scared inside, where we won't be moments from collapsing. I smile slightly. Point taken. I trudge inside. I slowly walk in, removing my shoes and letting the bag and umbrella fall to the floor. I put on some slippers and head into the living room. The moment I see the couch, I walk over and my knees finally give out. I collapse into it, face first into a pillow. All the tension I wasn't aware of feeling all day returns to me in one fell swoop. I can feel my body trembling. From somewhere, I can hear movement as someone walks in. Ronald? Meiji? Is that... Ronald! I feel a comforting presence rush to my side. I peer up and see a very scared and concerned looking Marka looking down at me. Hey Mane. Without hesitation, the emerald-eyed young woman begins hoisting me to my feet. Come on, let's head to the space classroom. How is the split in the space classroom going to work? Has it reset to when it was the first time, or is that going to hurt? I don't think it's gonna hurt. Actually, we don't know yet. We're about to. I nod, not really in the mood to argue with her. She moves me towards the basement door, which has been replaced with the Sakura Academy sliding classroom door. Sayuri! From inside, I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps rushing towards the door. Marka, what's... Meiji? Ronald? Just be prepared to catch Meiji when he passes through. Alright. Monica looks at me. You able to walk? I nod slowly and steady myself against the door frame. 1, 2, 3. I push myself through. I find myself in Monica's slender but strong arms. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Sayuri holding Meiji as he recovers from my mind's effect on his body. Monica looks down at me with a worried look. My fucking bank keeps sending me stupid freaking notifications and there is no way to turn them off. I hate it so much. Anyway, Monica and Sayuri live together. Okay, so basically what happens is that god damn, my nose blocked. What happened was, you know how Sayuri, flatlines herself? She does a little bit of the hanging. And what happened is, right as she tried to do that, we saved her and put her in Monica's space classroom, a special classroom she had. We put her in there. So Sayuri is not allowed to leave because, the script has moved on. The script is acting as if she's still dead, but she's not. And this room is, I don't know, I'm too lazy to explain. Fuck it. I'm still sleepy as hell. My own body begins reacting to my mind's own worries, and I begin feeling weak in the knees again. Monica leads me towards the couch and sits down, then pats her lap. Lie down here. Her tone indicates it's not a request, it's an order. I don't have much strength left to argue, so I comply, laying my head for the first time in Monica's lap. I close my eyes and feel Monica's hand stroking my hair. A tender touch makes me feel simultaneously nervous and relaxed. I hear 2 pairs of footsteps approaching. Ronald, are you okay? Sayuri sounds nervous. Shh, let him rest for a bit. Probably a good idea for the both of us. I hear them both take a seat on the other part of the sectional couch. Monica continues stroking my hair. We remain like this for a while. Eventually, I slowly open my eyes. Monica's looking down at me with the most affectionate smile I've ever seen on her face. I smile back and reach up to take her hand. Thank you. Of course. Looked like you needed it. Both of you. She nods her head towards the other two. I see. To my amusement, that Sayuri copied Monika's idea and is now comforting Meiji, whose eyes are closed. He's fast asleep. I slowly sit up and look over at Monika. I feel better now, and I think it's time I explain what happened today. It might be important. Alright. Let's head to the computer. Meiji looks too tired to move right now. Sure, sounds good. Sayuri gives a silent nod, then continues her Meiji pampering. Monika and I quietly head over to the computer as she turns on the screen, revealing the script window open. She scrolls up to the point where I left the house. This is the first time we looked at the script, right? Yeah. I've been focusing more on rebuilding Sayuri's trust today. That and taking her orders for rest. She says the last part a bit sheepishly. Fair enough. Let's go over the script. She and I read through the events of the day. Me more so to compare to my memory. The first event we see is Meiji and I met Sayuko on the street. When Monika reads it, her eyes widen in surprise and worry. Sayuri's mother? I had a feeling that things would be different for her. But I couldn't imagine all of this. She looks over at Sayuri, a look of guilt passing through her eyes. We were just as surprised as you are. I couldn't help but curse whatever force that is putting her through all this. It seems like Sayuri's rain clouds have latched onto Sayako. Yeah, they have. I press the palms of my hands into my eyes and sigh. How in the hell are we going to tell Sayuri about this? She has access to the script, so we can't lie to her. I'm worried about how she'll react and that she'll try to do something reckless to help her. I glance over to Sayuri, happily stroking Meiji's sleeping hair. I look up at Monika, and when she realizes she can't help her from in here, a look of horror fills Monika's eyes, and a moment of silent understanding passes between us. She shudders. I can tell that we both have the same dark memory playing through our mind. How we found Sayuri. It's almost a certainty that something will happen to Sayuri if she tries to leave the space classroom. But is it worth it to even tell Sayuri? Can we take the risk of not telling her and hoping that she doesn't read the script? Monika takes a steadying breath and regains her composure. She glances over to Sayuri, then back at me. We tell it to her straight. Her gaze is sharp, her eyes gleam with determination. I jump in surprise at Monika's steadfast expression. We need to be truthful to each other so that we can deal with any potential problem as a team. Also, I need to be truthful to her. I sigh. With everything Monika has been through, she's trying her best to be a better person and a better friend to the people who matter to her. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of different ways to lie to Sayuri because I'm too scared to face the situation head on. I'm a coward. Ronald? You're right. We need to tell her. It's her own mother. She deserves to know what happened to her and what she knows about me this time around. Suddenly, a look of fear crosses over Monika's face. Ronald! The pills! What she said about the pills! Did you take any more of them? No, I haven't. I haven't taken any since this morning. And I promised Meiji that I wouldn't take them again. Monika's features relax, a wave of relief washing over her. Good. We'll figure out a way to deal with Meiji's condition without those meds. Agreed. Let's continue reading and we'll talk to Sayuri later. Alright. Hello, Lobster. You are indeed late. We continue reading through the events of the day together, double checking if the stories line up. Eventually, though, we reach the small encounter between Kotonoha and Yuri at lunch. Unlike the rest, it's written in English, so Monika has trouble reading it. I both translate and explain what happened as I remember it. Monica frowns at this. How was she acting off? It's hard to explain. Outwardly, Kotono didn't seem any less friendly than I remember her. Although Natsuki did mention her a couple of times whenever I tried to help her. I see. That's all she says about the event for a bit as we continue reading. When we reach the brief encounter with Yae, I see Monica clench her fists, enough to make her knuckles white, and a hand tremble with barely repressed rage. I try to reassure her with a hand over her fists, as she forces herself to calm down. Her eyes turn to worry when we reach the portion of the day where Natsuki did her homework in the club, and the rest of us had an impromptu study session. Honestly, Natsuki's behavior this time around is worrying me more. Especially when you realize what her new home life is most likely this time around. Yeah. Like I've said before, it isn't your fault. I'm trying my best to accept that, but it's hard, you know? I know. But just keep on trying. That's all I ask. We resume reading. Monica smiles when we reach the brief part of the day where Meiji and I offer the diminutive teen a lower locker. That was so sweet of you two. It was actually Meiji's idea, believe it or not. My point still stands. Although she reacted kinda how I imagined. Except for the remark about you guys wanting something from her. That part has me worried a hell of a lot. We're gonna need to keep a closer eye on Kotono this week, as best as we can anyway. After what she said and what you told me, I agree. Speaking of that, are you going to be coming to school tomorrow? She turns off the screen and towards me. I'm gonna try, yeah. The others might get suspicious and possibly try to call my parents. Right, that's true. Come on, let's go back and tell Sari what happened today. I hope she'll take it alright. Monica nods and we both walk over and sit down. I grit my teeth, scrambling over where to even start. Monica looks over at me, her expression hardening. I'll handle this, Ronald. I nod to her, thankful that I don't have to be the one to say it. I know I'd mess it up anyways. Guys, what happened today? Monica takes in a long breath, then begins telling Sari about what happened with her mother. Her tone is even and kind, describing everything that happened with Sayako as delicately as she can. Slowly, as she continues to speak, Sayori's eyes fill with deeper layers of dread, her skin turning pale as a sheet. Her hands quiver while she continues to stroke Meiji's hair. Damn, I wish he was awake for this. I hope he isn't mad at us for telling her when he was asleep. By the time Monica concludes, Sayori is visibly shaking, her breaths heavy and labored. My mom, my parents, they aren't together anymore? My mom has oh, anything but that. Monica quickly reaches her arm out and grabs Sayori's shaking hand, holding it tightly. Sayori continues to panic, her eyes flicking between me, Monica, and the sleeping form of Meiji. All I do is sit there and watch, petrified of what Sayori will say or do. After a short time, though, Sayori regains control of her breathing, and her shaking begins to slow. Ronald, when you saw my mom, did she look okay to you? Well, I think back to my encounter on the street. She seemed downcast, and she cried when I told her about Meiji's medication. But, damn it, Man up and say something to help her here. What would Sayuri do? What would Sayuri do? I stand and crouch in front of Sayuri so that I'm eye level with her. I join Monica in holding Sayuri's hand, and she smiles sweetly down at me. Sayuri, your mom was incredibly worried about me. Just like how you were worried about us this morning when we told you about the pills. Sayuri uses her free hand to wipe away the tears threatening to roll down her face. If that says anything about her character, even if she does have your rain clouds, she is strong enough to push through them. Just like you did. At this, the smallest of smiles creeps onto Sayuri's face. You're right. My mom is strong. She had to raise me. A small smile teases my lips. She's still with us, thank God. The best way to help my mom and my dad is to fix this mess. With a deep breath, Sayuri steels herself and looks at the both of us. Alright, what else happened today? With one last smile and a quick squeeze of Sayuri's hand, I stand and return to my seat. Monica and I continue describing the rest of the events that happened throughout the day. Sayuri listens attentively, but never stops stroking Meiji's hair as she listens. When we finish, Sayuri looks thoughtful. Coco might be affected? Her thoughtful look became a worried one. It's just a hypothesis. Damn. It's just a hypothesis. For all we know, it could be nothing. If Natsuki's saying something about it, then it's definitely not nothing. You have a point. We'll all have to keep an eye on her. Us three at school, and you from here, Sayuri. Sayuri nods with determination. Anyway, that's all I have to report from today. Sayuri, if you want to look over the script later, feel free. I probably will. Just then, Meiji stirs and opens his eyes blarily. Did I? I did. I fell asleep. Feeling any better? Meiji sits up and stretches. Less tired, yes, but for some odd reason, I feel like I need a walk. Sayuri smiles and stands up. Then you should go for one. Meiji looks hesitantly over to me. I shrug. Couldn't hurt, really. You too, Monica. Me? But what about you? I'm not a child, you know. She pots at us in that cute, adorable fashion. I can handle myself for a while. Take as long as you need. Meiji, Monica, and I exchange glances. Meiji is the first to what the hell is that word? Fine, if that's what my girlfriend is ordering me to do, what choices do I have? You make it sound so mean. Monica, Meiji, and I burst out laughing. Meiji then walks over and hugs her. You've got to learn to figure out when I'm just teasing you, you know? Despite her face, she still hugs him back. I could use a walk too, even if it's raining. Something to clear my head sounds amazing, not gonna lie. Ronald? I shrug. I was never going for walks. I was never the going for walks type back home. But if these two want one, it wouldn't kill me to take a walk, I guess. Sure, let's go. The four of us head for the open door. What? No. The four of us head... Oh wait, that's what I... Fuck it. Uh-oh. There's barely any pain this time. Now it just feels like small pins that are piercing my body. Nothing major. Sayuri and Monica are looking at me with worry. Sayuri near the edge of the doorway but not crossing it, but I wave my hand. Relax. The pain's already gone this time. Phew, that's good. Well, you three enjoy your walk. I've got some things to do here anyway. We'll hopefully be back soon and make dinner for you. Mmm, dinner. Don't drool too much there, Sayo. Sayori blushes out but also laughs, while Monica and I chuckle. Well, now that we requisite Sayori's teasing is out of the way, we'll be heading out. Wait, our clothes? I look down and to my dismay, realize Meiji is still wearing his uniform. We never even changed into casual clothes. As soon as I change into something more appropriate. Monica is waiting for me at the door with an umbrella in her hand, some boots on her feet. We're off, Sayori. Have a good time. Monica and I walk through the door. The rain is still coming down, but it's not too bad at the moment. Monica and I walk down the street, no real destination in mind. The streets are mostly empty, the occasional student, businessman, or woman walking past us or ahead of us. Monica keeps close to me, even Meiji is silent as we walk. I listen to the raindrops on the ground, and umbrellas, and let my mind get lost in the rhythmic drumming. We continue walking down the streets in silence. To my surprise, I'm the one who breaks the silence. I love the rain, despite everything that's happened. Oh, you do? Monica looks at me a bit surprised. Yeah, especially rain like this. Not too heavy and very relaxing, especially from inside. Why am I talking about this? This is so mundane. Monica giggled suddenly. I know what you mean. I fell asleep earlier today to the sound of rain from outside. It was very relaxing. I smile. My spirits starting to rise, albeit slowly. She and I definitely need the temporary distraction. I'm glad you got some sleep. Hope it helped. More than you can imagine. I put a tender hand on her shoulder and give it a comforting squeeze. Thank you, Ronald. Could you ask her if Sayori slept too? I relay Meiji's message. She did say she slept when I asked. Oh, thank goodness. Again, I relay Meiji's relief. She needed it more than I did, I think. Do you think it was a good idea leaving her back there alone? I mean, that rope. Oh, don't worry about that. I hid it so she can't find it. Actually, it's not in the space classroom anymore. I feel relief from Meiji, and while I share this sentiment, I feel a twinge of worry. Where is it exactly? It's in my room. Well, Aiko's room anyway. Ah, got it. Also, give me a second, fellas. I gotta take a short break. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to use the bathroom for a while. Now let's continue with the music as well. Who wins in a fight, Monica or Freddy Fazbear? In a physical fight, Freddy Fazbear. In like lore fight, if Monica has the control over the script, Monica wins easy. I'm not okay. I have AIDS. Anyway, got it. Hey, did you guys tell Sari about her mom? I tense for a moment, but then relax. Yeah, we did. She was worried, but she took it well. She just wants to fix everything so that she can see what? She just wants to fix everything so that she can see her again. From who, Monica? Kidding. Ah, I see. I'm glad she's alright. I wish I was there for it though. But it's alright. You're not mad? Nah, I probably would have panicked too and made her feel worse. I'm glad I was her security blanket at the very least. Ronald, are you alright? Huh? Oh, sorry, just updating Major what happened when he was asleep. Ah, I see. Shall we continue then? Lead the way. We take another turn and a look around. I don't recognize where we are right now. Meiji, where are we? We're near the old church. Church? Your town has a church? A couple, I think. Got it. I look around, trying to locate the church. Guessing my intent, Meiji leads me down the road. Monica looks at me curiously. Ronald, is everything alright? I might not be super religious, but for someone like me, sometimes seeing a church is pretty relaxing in and of itself. It reminds me of my childhood, and I instantly think of my parents who would take me to church regularly when I was a kid. Yeah, I'm fine. Monica? Yeah? Mind if we go inside there for a bit? I point towards the church down the left road. How come? It's hard to explain. Before she can ask further, I feel the wind pick up and light flashes in the darkening sky. Well, at least until the rain tapers off a bit. I nod in agreement, and we both head towards the church. Ooh. We reach the church's entrance and reaches the church's entrance just as the thunder rolls over. After shaking off our umbrellas and placing them in the foyer, we walk into the church. I sit in a pew near the back, leaning back and sighing softly. Monica sits next to me. I close my eyes. Even though it isn't a Sunday, we aren't really alone. A small gathering of people near the front are practicing an instrumental and choir arrangement, presumably for church service. They don't take any notice of us and continue practicing. I feel Monica's hand slowly intertwining into mine. Immediately, my mind wanders to the future. I see myself in a wedding tuxedo, staring into two bright and happy emerald eyes. The owner of said eyes is wearing the most beautiful wedding dress I've ever seen. And can someone hear a minister speaking the normal pronunciation of the two of us being husband and wife? I see myself lift her veil and lean in. Whoa, back the truck up, Ronald. It's a bit early and presumptuous to be thinking about that. I look over at Monica. She's leaning against me, a calm, serene expression on her face. Guess the church's atmosphere is getting to her too, in a good way. The choir takes that moment to take a brief break and scatters, either going to talk in small groups or heading to the bathroom. Out of the corner of my eye, I see one of the scattering choir members walk over to the church organ. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's when I see her. Is that Yuri? She isn't anyone in the choir. Her clothes are too casual for something like that. She's in the same pew as we are, only a few seats away. Her head is bowed as if in prayer. Not wanting to wake Monica, I turn away but keep a sideways eye on her. For some reason, she looks familiar. Yeah, this time I don't know who she is. It's a new character. I haven't seen her before, of course, but for some reason she reminds me of someone. She looks like Yuri. Monica stirs just then and looks up at me. Ronald? Didn't mean to startle you. You didn't stop. I did? Choir is pronounced choir. Choir. Isn't that what I was saying? Choir? Was I saying choir? Fuck it, I'm gonna call it a chore. Chore. Just to spite you. I turn back to the woman a few meters away. Monica looks past me to the woman. Who's that? Do you know her? No, but she reminds me of someone I know. From your old life? No. That's the weird thing. I turn away, concentrating. Why does she look so oddly familiar? Monica looks at the woman curiously for a few moments before turning away. We both sit there in silence for a while. Suddenly, I'm startled by the sound of a coughing fit. Turning quickly towards the source, I see it's the woman. I quickly reach into my pockets and retrieve a handkerchief. Standing, I hurry over, Monica close behind me. Here you are, ma'am. She takes the offered handkerchief and covers her mouth immediately. I look back at Monica, who's looking at the woman with concern. Looking around, I see a water dispenser nearby with some plastic cups near the end of the back pew. What the hell is a pew? Monica moves before I can, vaulting quietly over the pews, filling up 2 cups with water. She then brings them both back. Here, this should help, ma'am. The woman gratefully takes both cups and downs the first, then sips at the other as a coughing fit slows down. She smiles at me. She smiles as she hands me the handkerchief back. Thank you, you two. The assistance is much appreciated. Pew is a church chair. Ah, I see. Funny, because I'm 22 years of going to church and I never knew what the benches were called. I thought they were just benches. While she continues sipping, I look at her handkerchief. To my shock, there's blood on it. Oh gosh, you got TB. Monica looks back at me with trepidation. I hurriedly put the piece of cloth away. The woman finishes the second cup, and Monica quickly stands to grab some more. Feeling any better? Much. You have my gratitude once more. Glad to be of help. She smiles at me. Might I ask what brings you to this humble parish? I don't believe I've ever seen you or your friend here before. Mostly protection from the storm outside. My friend and I wanted to take a walk to clear our heads, but I guess that wasn't a good idea, eh? I smile sheepishly. Monica then returns, managing to carry 4 cups. She hands the 2 to the strange woman, then hands 1 to me before sitting back down with her own cup. Ah, yes. The weather has been rather detrimental for head-clearing walks, which is a shame. I enjoy coming here to meditate, especially when my tutoring sessions are over. In an unusual way, it reminds me of the times my little brother and I would go to the cinema when we were younger. Her smile looks so familiar. Where have I seen it before? Are you a part of the choir? I mean, chore? The woman chuckles and shakes her head. Is that Yuri's mother? We don't know. Oh, nothing like that. I merely come here because the church itself is a comfort to me, even if I am unsure of what I believe anymore. I nod in understanding. I might not go to a regular church service anymore like I used to when I was a child, but stepping inside a church always seems to relax me. If it's Meiji's sister, she would remember him. I also needed to get out of my house while my daughter is at school. Okay, now we know. Yep, it's definitely Yuri's mother. Oh? Why? I'm not sure why I'm asking. It's not like it's my business. My daughter is very much someone who has plenty of worries, especially when it comes to me. She would be very upset if she found me here. The woman smiles kindly to us. I hardly leave my house as it is. She begins coughing again. I immediately hand her the handkerchief again. She takes it and she takes it gratefully and covers her mouth. Bringing the handkerchief away once more, I see more specks of blood in it. She starts handing it back to me, but I hold up my hands. That's alright. You need it more than I do. Are you sure? Of course. She smiles gratefully. Your generosity is much appreciated, young man. Thank you. You're welcome. She puts her hands in her lap and looks down. Silence fills the room once more. Finally, Monica speaks up. I hope it's alright to ask, but are you really okay? Should I call an ambulance for you? The woman shakes her head sadly. No, there's no need to trouble yourself. I've already been there many times. Monica and I exchange a worried look. The cancer is too far spread to be treated properly. Hey mouse, I have a cancer. Sorry. I feel the blood drain up from my face. Monica goes pale too. The woman notices this and looks immediately chagrined. Well, please forgive me. I didn't mean to ruin the mood. No, it's alright. She smiles a bit sadly. I certainly hope so. Use the command to heal the cancer. I think they won't be able to do it now. Maybe when they have more control over the script. Maybe they can do that then. Is this death what drives Yuri crazy? Well, we don't know that now. Only time will tell. Just then she takes a closer look at us. Pardon the personal query, but are you two high school or college students? We're in our last year of high school. May I ask where? Sakura Academy. The woman's eyes widen ever so slightly. Then perhaps you might know my daughter. Oh, we might. What's her name? Yoshika Yuri. I'm her mother, Yoshika Miyuki. Yeah. Would be funny if she was actually Natsuki's mother. Wait, her mother's gone, never mind. Suddenly it all makes sense. This woman's mannerisms, her soft voice, the long black hair, the exact same hair clips, the exact same hair color, the exact same pose that she does while standing. I curse myself for not seeing it before. I know her, Yoshiko-san. She's actually the vice president of my club. Miyuki looks at Monica with renewed interest. So you're Asano's son? Yuri has mentioned you occasionally whenever I ask her about her club activities. How is she doing at school? Monica purses her lips, trying to think of an answer. While she does so, I intervene to give her more time. I actually visited the club early today and met your daughter, ma'am. Miyuki turns her attention to me. Oh, what was your impression of her? I smile. I believe the vice presidency suits her. She was very welcoming when I just dropped in and out of nowhere. Even made us some tea. Miyuki giggles ever so slightly. That's my daughter, alright. She gets her love of tea from me, I'm afraid. But please, go on. Suddenly a bit nervous, I clear my throat and take a sip of water. Monica chooses this time to intervene herself. Yuri's a great addition to our club, ma'am, and not just as vice president. She brings a certain decorum to the club that enhances the atmosphere. She's a bit quiet and introverted, but passionate about what she loves. Miyuki smiles once more. I'm glad to hear she's doing alright. As her mother, I do worry about her often. Would it be too much to ask that you look after her? Especially if she's being picked on or bullied. She's very easily stressed, and I want her last school in school to be as full of fun and fulfillment as is possible. You have my word, Yoshika-san. You do realize that this is Act 2, right, Monica? I don't think there's gonna be any fun to be made. Thank you very much. She turns to me. I can't ask the same of you since you've only just met my daughter, but I'll keep an eye on her at least. She and I did speak a bit during lunch today by sheer coincidence. Miyuki looks startled by this, but just nods. I'm grateful. Suddenly, I remember the brief conversation I had between Kotono and Yuri. I frown, wondering if I should ask. Miyuki notices my change of expression. Young man, is everything alright? Oh, sorry. I was just remembering something at school. Does it involve my daughter? If so, please tell me. She looks deadly serious. For some reason, I'm having a hard time denying her. It's just that earlier, while I was eating, someone approached your daughter and asked about you. I quickly relay the conversation between Kotono and Yuri. Miyuki sighs softly. I do know Chiba-san. I have been hired by her family to be her personal English tutor. Plot twist in a tiny sense. I try and keep things cordial, knowing who she is. Monica and I exchange brief but alarmed looks. Uh-oh. When I got home, I shall inform. Dun dun dun! Startled by the outburst, the three of us turn. Standing at the end of the pew is a very frightened and somewhat wet Yuri, panting. She takes a minute to catch her breath. Yuri, dear, are you alright? Yuri looks at her mom incredulously. I should be asking you that. You know the doctor said you need to be resting. Yuri sounds more scared and upset than angry. Take some breaths, dear. I was simply talking to these two. Nothing strenuous, I promise. Yuri suddenly looks at the two of us, and her eyes widen as she recognizes us. Monica? Chizu-san? What are you doing here? Monica holds up her hands. Calm down, it's alright. Here, take a seat. I'll get you some water. Yuri doesn't so much sit as collapses at the end of the pew. Wouldn't it be funny that Monica thinks that she's getting water, but in reality she's been giving them holy water? Like just running out their supply? Miyuki quickly sits at her daughter. Miyuki quickly sits at her daughter's side and begins making a fuss about her slightly damp hair. Monica returns quickly with a cup of water, which Yuri takes gratefully. When she fully recovers, she looks over at her mom. My hair's fine, don't worry. So in this timeline, Yuri is living with her mother with how sick she is. Yep. I mean, in all of the timelines, she doesn't really have a I mean, she has parents, I guess, but they never, they're never there. Same with Sairi, same with Natsuki. The only parent... Wait, Natsuki is a different story. The only parent we know of is Natsuki's father, and he's not a good man. Mom, how many times do I need to remind you about what the doctor said? Sweetie, I needed to stretch my legs. I've only been out for half an hour. Yuri closes her eyes, brows furrowed worriedly. Mom, we should go home now. I've already bought the ingredients for dinner on the way home. Alright, dear, just let me powder my nose. Powder your nose? Just then I realized that the two of them have been speaking in English for the past few moments. Miki slowly stands and walks off. When the three of us are alone, Yuri looks at us. Monica, shouldn't you be at home resting? I thought you were sick. Monica smiles slightly. I'm feeling much better. It was a case of food poisoning, and that's pretty much past. I just needed some fresh air. Oh, I see. I'm glad you're feeling better, but why are you here, Chizu-san? I feel like Monica and I are being interrogated right now. It doesn't help that whomever was playing the organ stopped, and now it's just awkwardly quiet. I went for a walk myself. I just happened to meet Asano-san, is all, and we got to talking. Then we ended up here when it began raining harder, so we took shelter here. And that's how we met your mother. Yuri looks between the two of us, slight suspicion in her eyes, but it's brief. I see. Monica pulls out her phone and looks at the time. Actually, I should really get going. I'll see you tomorrow, you two. Depends if I actually stop by the club tomorrow or not. Monica nods. Of course, we hope to see you there too. Yuri, have a good night. And with that, Monica stands and walks past us, heading to the foyer. I mirror Monica's actions, looking briefly at Meiji's phone. Me too, Yuri. Sorry that we detained your mom. Yuri smiles, but there's a tenseness behind it. It's alright, she just needs to learn to follow the doctor's orders better. I smile back. Fair enough. Will I see you at the club tomorrow? I make a show of thinking hard about it. Not something I need to act much since I haven't really made a decision about whether to go or not. I'm not sure yet. Don't get me wrong though, I enjoy being there, but I'm just wondering whether I should wait to join a club until after the festival or join before. Ah, that is next week, isn't it? Yep. Either way, I'll think about it. Alright. Have a safe trip home with your mom, Yoshika-san. Stay safe yourself. I stand and stretch, walking past Yuri. Quickly, I grab my umbrella and walk back out into the rain. The rain has picked up a bit since we entered the church. Same with the wind, but not by much. I begin walking back the way we'd come. When I turn a corner, I see Monica waiting for me, frowning slightly. Isn't fair enough the place catchphrase or something? Well, I don't really remember. It might be. What kept you? I had a brief conversation with Yuri. Couldn't just up and leave without looking rude. Oh, right. Sorry, that came out wrong. It's alright, you're stressed, I get it. She and I resume walking home, not saying anything as both of us are lost in thought about recent events and revelations. Meiji, who's kept quiet for a while, finally speaks up. Any idea why Yuri lied about her living situation? That's actually a very good question. Maybe she was embarrassed? Maybe, but that doesn't really sound like her. I would tend to agree, but we've only known her for about a week, so it's hard to say. She does seem a bit stressed about it though. Maybe she doesn't want to be seen as an attention seeker. Maybe. I don't know, it's just very odd. Plus, last week she offered for Monica to stay there. Maybe she felt like she could trust Monica with the secret if she'd accept it. Maybe. Man, this whole thing's weird. Weirder than me controlling a body? Point taken. Ronald, what's wrong? You've been staring off into space for a while now. Ah, sorry. Meiji and I were just talking. What about? Why Yuri lied about her living situation the last time around? Ah. Right. What about you? What were you thinking about? I was actually trying to make sense of the conversation we just had with Yuri's mom. Mostly the stuff she said about Kotonoha. That was weird, wasn't it? I was about to say something else when I see a horrified realization pass over Monica's face. My heart drops. Monica? She stops and turns to me right before we reach the turn down the street. Ronald, you talked to Yuri's mom about the conversation between Kotonoha and Yuri. Uh-oh. They spoke in English. Meiji is not supposed to know English. I tilt my head in confusion, about to ask what she was getting at. When she quickly clarifies, a conversation that happened in English. I can almost feel my heart stop at the realization. Shit. I screwed up big time there. Dropping the ball doesn't even begin to describe my egregious F up here. Damn it to heck. I swear, ironically enough, in English. My fists clench into tight balls. Ronald, calm down. Calm down. What are you gonna do getting angry like that? Are you gonna punch the mom now? Monica reaches down, grabbing my fists and holds them reassuringly. Realizing that I'm about to lose control, I let my umbrella fall to the ground, facing the rain with my eyes closed. The cold rain on my face, along with Monica's hands in mine, are enough to calm my panicked and self-hating thoughts. What the hell did I do? Am I seriously gonna keep making stupid mistakes like this all my life? Dude, it's not the end of the world. Yuri's just gonna think you lied to her, that's all. I take a few deep breaths, letting the rain wash over me for a bit, as if it's washing my worries away. Oh shit, now Kotonoha and Yuri are gonna give you a hard time. Yeah. Not that it has that power, but I can dream, can't I? Eventually, I look back down at a worried Monica. I give her a reassuring smile as I pick up the umbrella again and bring it over to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry. It's alright. But what do we do? I'm pretty sure Yuri's mom is gonna talk about Yuri like that. Oh, about that. I take a turn down the street. I don't know. I guess we just hope that she doesn't tell Yuri. But what if she does and talks to you about it? I sigh. Look, it's obvious this time around that there's something off about Kotonoha. Agreed? From what little I've seen in the script and what you told me, yeah. Let's try and come up with a clever lie then. Perhaps I'm secretly good at English. Monica closes her eyes, presumably deep in thought. That might work, but how are your English grades, Meiji? Mediocre at best. You're about to get a major upgrade then. It's possible that Yuri would go asking about your English performance, but highly unlikely since she doesn't necessarily go out of her way like that. But this is Act 2, Yuri. So she might. Maybe. Still, it's. I mean, I'll be more careful in the future. I keep saying that, but I keep slipping up. Please do. We reach Meiji's house just then. Shaking off our umbrellas under the canopy, we head inside. Damn, I've been streaming for 2 hours. The moment we reach the entryway, I peel off the jacket and I'm wearing and tirelessly hanging it on the rack. Monica takes the umbrella from me and shakes them both off outside before placing them in their proper places. The two of us head to the space classroom. Meiji and I immediately split apart the moment we stepped through the hut. I can't English. Meiji and I immediately split apart the moment we stepped through the threshold. The two of us, along with Monica, head towards the couch. Tadaima! I called this out, and the three of us both collapsed on the couch in front of a surprised and immediately worried Sayuri. What happened? Are you alright? I look up at Sayuri and give a weak but my best reassuring smile. Just tired. Monica leans her head against my shoulder, eyes closed. Sayuri quickly takes a seat next to Meiji and puts a comforting arm around him. Reflectively, he leans into her embrace. Seriously, what happened, you guys? You were supposed to have a relaxing walk. Monica doesn't move to talk, her eyes shut in exhaustion. Well, we had an unexpected encounter. I take the next few minutes to explain, since my body is the least physically exhausted. Sayuri listens attentively, growing more worried as I continue relaying our brief talk with Yuri's mom. Monica and Meiji both don't say too much, not that I can blame them. They're both tired after what just happened, I'm sure. When I finish, Sayuri looks almost beside herself with worry. I didn't know. No one knew. Don't go blaming yourself. She's about to respond when a pair of arms reaches up and pulls Sayuri close. It's alright, Sayuri. I'm just wondering why she hid it from us. Is it because she doesn't trust us? Well, some people love to have privacy, you know. It doesn't mean that they don't trust you, they just like to, keep it private. It's a private matter. We all go silent at the thought. I feel a bit hurt at the prospect, but immediately push those feelings aside. I try not to think about the fact, mostly because I technically don't know Yuri that well. I mean, why would she tell me? Why would she tell me that after just meeting, right? Hi, my mom has cancer. How is your day? Exactly. Although it doesn't really make much sense lying about it for other reasons. Once more I put those thoughts aside. I'm probably overthinking this. For some reason, I start feeling unnecessarily angry. Shocked at my own reaction, I quickly suppress it. Suddenly, an idea comes to mind, but one I know might be very hard on certain members of our squad. Regardless of that, we're gonna need to make some more plans, I think. I slowly sit up, reluctantly leaving the comfort that Monica's head on my shoulders has provided. I turn towards the computer, then back at the three. You guys go ahead and rest here for now. I need to look at something. Standing, I slowly walk over and turn on the screen. As before, the script is minimized on the desktop, so I bring it up and look at it. I take time to scour through every file I can find in the main game folders. Some open only to gibberish, while others don't have what I'm looking for. Lastly, and with some trepidation, I start digging through the character files. I open a random one, Yuri's, and use the search feature, looking for something. I do find what I'm looking for. A setting that reads thought to Yuri script yes or no. Y/N. However, when I try to select the Y option, an error message pops up, indicating that I need certain privileges for that action. I open up another file but with the same result. However, when I open mine, I find that I can make the change. I click the Y option, but before I save, I lean back, bring up the main script once more, then turn to the others. Guys, are you too tired to come over here for a moment? I need to discuss something with you. I minimize the screen and bring up the main script document. Monica is instantly up, walking over to me quickly and sitting as close to me as the other chairs surrounding the computers will allow. Sayuri and Meiji walk up a few seconds later. When everyone is seated, I move aside and point to the screen. Excuse me. I'm sure we all know how the script appears here. I'm not sure I follow. I tap the monitor softly. This portion of the script shows this basic conversation and actions, but only from my perspective or Meiji's. It's hard to determine. But in the base game, we were able to see the protagonist's inner thoughts, or some of them at least. So why can't we here? What's preventing us from looking at inner thoughts, or surface thoughts at the very least? Did you find something? I did, here. I maximized my character profile, pointing to the setting I'd found. Everyone frowns, but especially Sayuri. Can't say I wasn't expecting that reaction from her. I found this setting in a couple of other character files, but only mine seems to work. I think we should turn it on. You're wanting us to spy on your inner thoughts? Why? Preventive measures. You all know I have anger issues, right? Everyone slowly nods. Monica most slowly, causing me to feel guilty at how my anger hurt her. Well, I don't want it getting the better of me, and my thoughts can get pretty rage-filled, especially recently. So, now that I've found a way to broadcast my thoughts onto the script... No! Unsurprisingly, Sayuri bursts out her displeasure at this idea immediately. But I just can't think of any other options to keep everyone safe. Why you? Why can't it be me? Wouldn't mine work too? I take a deep breath and exhale slowly, shaking my head. Right now, I'm the more dangerous of the two of us when we're merged. Even last week, I did things in anger that hurt people. I don't want that happening here. Not without someone watching to keep me from going too far. I slowly turn to a still angry looking Sayuri. I'm slightly scared to ask this of her, but I don't know if there's any other choice at the moment. You can forget it, Ronald. I am not going to spy on your private thoughts. It's not right. Damn, I knew she would be stubborn about this. I focus on my complete attention on her. Fujioka Sayuri. I now have her complete attention back. I know what you're thinking. I know you feel like it's a breach of privacy to see the thoughts displayed for all to see. But right now, seeing as you're the only one who's in this classroom more than the rest of us, I'm gonna need your help in this. No one else here will be able to. Meiji and I will be outside, trying our best to stop the game script, and Monica will be helping with that. I look at her. What? Did you expect me to stay home from school all week? I wouldn't have blamed her if she had. The poor girl has signs of PTSD. Not to mention her bruised wrists. You? The school idol? You'd be sorely missed. She smiles a bit. Meiji smirks and I smile back. Only Sayuri isn't laughing. Damn it, guys, this isn't funny. I refocus on Sayuri. No, it really isn't. I know that. But it might be our only way to prevent things from getting too out of hand in the events of the unforeseen. What if we have another encounter with Yae? Or some new enemy we don't know about yet? It's still wrong! No one should have that kind of power. Monica, you agree with me, right? Monica sighs. I think I would have to agree with Ronald in this case. No offense to you, Ronald, of course. None taken. Sayuri looks shocked at Monica's response. So you're calling Ronald a liability? No, not at all. What I'm saying is we need every edge we can get. And if Ronald says only his mind has the permissions, we should use it. I can't believe this. What about you, Meiji? You can't seriously think that this is a good idea. I see Meiji wins. Meiji, if you disagree with me, I won't blame you. Thanks. Honestly, I don't know what to think at this point. You're both making very compelling arguments. Meiji. I'm sorry, but you both have good points. Our track record is 0 for 1 at this point. We're losing. Monica's right, we need this edge. We need it badly. Sayuri looks almost betrayed by this. But on the other hand, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable opening your mind for everyone to see. Thoughts are dangerous to read. Honestly, I'm torn here. Just then, as if realizing what she's putting Meiji through, Sayuri's expression softens. Meiji, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. I just hate the idea. There has to be another way. God damn those tears. I wouldn't be asking this of you if there was at least one I can see. We're at war right now, and we don't even really know who or what our enemy is. We need to treat it as such. A lot worse has been done in actual wartime. That doesn't make it any less wrong. Sayuri appears to be slowly breaking. Her moral defense is slowly crumbling. I feel the guilt slowly building and decide to give her the last word. I don't want to force you. All I ask is that you take some time to think about it. If you say no, everyone here will respect your decision. Right, everyone? Meiji nods emphatically, while Monica is a little bit more reluctant. I immediately flash back to what the script said about her empathy stat. Alright. I promise I'll think about it. Thank you. With that uncomfortable topic set to the side for a brief while, I clap my hands. In the meantime, we should get some food. I don't know about you, but I was getting hungry while in Meiji's body. Hell, I haven't eaten anything in this body since I got here. My stomach rumbles in its response. Everyone smiles a bit, and the mood somewhat lifts. Meiji, why don't we head to the kitchen so we can make some dinner for everyone? Sure thing. Monica, I'm gonna guess you didn't have much time today to teach Sayuri what you do know about the coding, right? Damn, I read that wrong. I'm gonna guess you didn't have much time today to teach Sayuri what you do know about coding, right? She nods. Are you asking me to teach her? Yeah. I'd be glad to. Great, thanks. Thank you, Monica. Of course. Monica and Sayuri both head to the couch. Meiji and I both walk to the open door and step through. I search through the fridge and pull together ingredients. I'm not sure what I want to make yet, so I pull out Meiji's phone and browse the net for common vegetarian dishes. Hey, are you really okay with your proposal? About having Sayuri keep an eye on your thoughts? What do you mean? What do you think of something she really doesn't approve of? Or something awful? Thoughts are just that. Thoughts. It's how we act on them where they become a problem. Damn, he has a point. Plus, if I begin thinking something that plagy glitch shows up again, that's at least some advance warning that shit's about to go down. Yeah, I suppose. There's some silence as I half-heartedly read through some of the recipes online. You really wanted to agree with Sari fully, didn't you? I did, yes. I didn't want her to be alone in that decision, but I feel like we were ganging up on her. I just wish there wasn't something we could do for her, something I could do for her. She's really getting the short end of the stick here, isn't she? Don't get me wrong, we all are, but this isn't something I wanted to place on anyone's shoulders, hers especially. Yeah, she's had to grow up very fast. Her innocence is lost. I mean, she's 18 years old. Lost? I don't think so. Think of it as her innocence being on vacation for the moment. We're stuck in this pretty shitty situation. So her normal behavior has to step aside for a moment, if that makes sense. Yeah, it does. I just miss that part of her, you know? When we get through this mess, I'm sure she'll return to normal. And perhaps a large celebration will be in order when we're sure things are okay. Heh, she'll like that, I'm sure. No doubt. I take another look through the fridge and find something very simple. Huh. I wasn't aware that Japan had fish sticks too. I pull out a couple of frozen fish sticks and look it over. Caped cods? Really? There is a store in town that has foreign food. Mom likes to shop there sometimes. I spot some frozen fries in the freezer as well and pull them out. Oh, so you're having the fish and chips? British food? Placing them on the counter, I turn my head and call down the hall. Hey, you guys. How do fish sticks and french fries sound tonight? That sounds fine to me. Ooh, fish sticks? Yes, please. I thought Monica was vegetarian. Oh, she's pescatarian here, isn't she? Sari sounds a bit better. Coming right up. Sometime after I begin prepping to cook, I hear Sari shouting something. But this time she sounds excited. I did it! Oh wow, Sari, I never thought about that. What's going on in there? Sari might have found a way to add rooms in here. Oh wow, that's pretty good news. Perhaps you and Sari can sleep for real. Hey. Not that way, and you know it. Besides, it might be good for her. I doubt she'd want to spend 2 nights sleeping alone in an orbiting classroom. Fish is on the weird side. Vegetarian also eats. I thought it was egg. I thought like some vegetarians are like okay with egg, but you know. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, she's pretty much gonna be spending the days alone until we get home, or unless we visit her while at school. Should we try and visit her during lunch? If we have time. But we should at least buy her some lunch or prepare something for her before we leave. Fair enough. Oi. Like I said, that's my catchphrase. Oh damn, the person who said this before was right. That is his catchphrase. Big Trust said that it was the catchphrase. Yeah, you're right, Big Trust. I smile a bit in response. I'm glad Meiji's feeling up to making jokes at least. Meiji and I don't say anything to each other, instead just waiting for the food to finish while listening to the raging storm outside. It seems to have gotten worse. I go to the fridge and grab 3 bottles of melon soda and bring them to the space classroom. Vegans won't eat anything associated with animals. Meat, eggs, dairy. Vegetarians just don't eat land meat. Wait, really? I thought it included fish. I think what you're talking about is pescatarian. Oh wait, no, pescatarian. Huh, it's odd, isn't it? Because from what I've seen, from what I've like the only like famous pescatarian I know is PewDiePie. And from what I've seen is that he eats fish, yes, but he doesn't consume dairy and doesn't eat meat. So it's kinda never mind. Who wants melon soda? Sari and Monica both look up from where they're both seated at the computer. Me. God, I really needed that winning sorry smile today. Marka's smile though fills me with hope for a future even more. Sure, I'll take one. How long until food is ready? It'll be ready in a little while, don't worry. Thank you again, Ronald. Heh, you're welcome. I smile at her reassuringly. I head back to the kitchen. 2.5 hours of streaming, goddamn. I really need the episode to end. I read over the instructions again, then set a timer and sit at the table. Meiji's exhausted body slowly catches up to me, so I pull the timer closer just in case I doze off and lay my head on the table. When will there be a no commentary version of the World of Dreams Act 2? Unfortunately, thanks to YouTube, I can no longer make no commentary videos. Because if I do make no commentary videos, YouTube would demonetize my entire channel. So, I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't make those kinds of videos anymore. Trust me, I will definitely love to. It's way easier to do that. But thanks to YouTube's new rules, I can't really do that anymore, which kind of sucks. You could just make it for the archive channel. What's the point? The archive channel is an archive channel. Lazy guy. What the hell you mean lazy guy? It's harder to do. It's easier to just, you know, make it into a video. I don't have to like speak or anything. If by lazy you mean like I don't have to edit, there's barely any editing I do anyway. All I do is like put the video in the, you know, put the recording in the editing software. I do a couple of cuts, and then I put my outro. Maybe even put like that thing. What was that? The watermark I put so that people don't steal my videos, because it's no commentary and it's easy to steal. And that's it. I upload it. There's barely any editing done in the video. All you have to do is click and eat and you're done. That's pretty lazy. So are you saying, wait, are you saying the video is lazy or are you saying the stream is lazy? It doesn't matter. But yeah, I can't make no commentary anymore. I hate YouTube's new market or system, I guess. It used to be fun. Back in the day, like in 2016, you can just make whatever you want. Just have fun, make a video. Don't need to worry about rules. Don't have to worry about monetization, whether what you're saying is appropriate or not. Just make videos, have fun, broadcast yourself, as YouTube used to go by. Now it's go by the rules. Don't say anything bad. Don't have fun. Be as corporate as you can be. Don't swear. Don't say die. Don't say dead. Don't say anything that children wouldn't care about. You know, it's so sterilized. It's so corporate. It's so soulless. It's no longer YouTube. It's CorpoTube. Thank God I went to college. Holy scheisse. Can you imagine me, like, you know, using YouTube as like I don't know, like my only sense of income? It would be kind of scary because I wouldn't know what to do. Sheesh. But I'm not like gonna leave YouTube. I'm like, after I finish college, I'm planning on making more videos, but I don't know what kind of videos. Only time will tell. In conclusion, no more no commentary videos because YouTube is poopy. So let's continue. Sorry I tired your body so much, dude. Not your fault. I'm the one who wanted to go for a walk. And with that, the two of us just sit there in silence, listening to the relaxing sound of rain on the garden outside. The minutes slowly pass as I try not to fall asleep. A couple of minutes before the timer goes off, a sneeze brings me to a state of more alertness. I sit up and shake off the cobwebs. Bro, a live stream with no commentary would be interesting. That would be boring as crap. Uh-oh, either someone's talking about you or me, or I'm coming down with a cold. Let's hope it's a former, but it could just as easily have been just a sneeze. You moron, didn't you just like drop your umbrella and stare up at the sky while getting wet in the rain? You definitely have a cold now. You moron. I hope so too. We both wait until finally the fish sticks and fries are done. I serve them up on 4 plates, then turn back to the space classroom. Okay, dinner is served. I hear some brief commotion from the space classroom and Monica quickly runs in. I'll take them in. All 4? You sure? I'll be fine. Sayuri is on standby near the door. She takes 2 plates and rushes down the hall. Moments later, she returns and grabs the other 2 plates and the ketchup bottle. I'll be right there, just gotta clean up. Hurry up or your food will be cold. She heads back down the hallway. I move the now empty trays to the sink, where I rinse them off, then quickly wash them with a soapy dish rag, placing them back where they belong. Wait, what? Wait, did it happen again? With day 2 you can go to school. No, that didn't happen. We just live here, I guess. Yeah, this is his house. We just live here. You're confusing me, Shadow. No sense in being slobs here. Certainly hope you're not insinuating something here, oh responsible one. Me? Insinuate anything against you? My good sir, you doth wound me so. Both of us have a laugh. Some of the daily attention dissipating as I dry off the now clean trays and put them away. Now then, we should get going. Food awaits. Good, I'm starving. Hi starving, I'm Ronald. You really had to make that dumb joke here, didn't you? He sounds exasperated but partially amused. Dad jokes transcend languages, my friend. In Act 1, you got sick on Tuesday, but I couldn't go to school and script. Oh yeah, that is true. And now he is getting slowly sick. Maybe that might happen again, but the difference here is that he's not part of the group. He's not part of the club, so they might not actually come to him. Yuri. That's revenge for me using that on you, isn't it? No comment. The 2 of us chuckle as I head down the hall. The 2 of us separate the moment we pass the threshold. We were looking at each other before we burst laughing. Monica and Sayuri look over at us with curious expressions. Eh? What's wrong, you guys? Just sitting at the couch, setting it up for use as a dinner table. Hello, Goji. Been a while. Nothing's wrong. Maybe here just can't appreciate dad jokes is all. I can appreciate them alright. I've just heard them all already. We both head over to the couch and sit. Of course you have. Aren't dad jokes only for dads? Au contraire, my dear. Dad jokes are for everyone. Care to share some? I've never heard many. Get ready, but first, itadakimasu. The others quickly repeat what I've said and start eating as I go over some of the more common dad jokes. I'm not sure why that's the topic of dinner discussion, but it's a welcome distraction. It's really a relief to see both girls laughing their asses off while Meiji simply smirks at my antics throughout dinner. Halfway through our meal, the topic changes to a somewhat more serious topic. Our futures. Not game related, but in general. Sayuri, still recovering from one of our laughing bouts, wipes tears from her eyes. Dad jokes are so funny. God damn, she has no sense of humor. Hey, speaking of dad jokes, Ronald, do you ever think about being a dad? What in the blue hell? Where did that come from? I'm a bit surprised by her asking a more serious question. Okay, that's not quite true. I'm more surprised that Sayuri is the one who asked me that. Especially because of the conversation we just had about her parents. Me? A dad? Monica suddenly looks very interested. And Meiji cocks his head as well. I'm a bit nervous by the sudden interested look I'm given, but I lean back and consider. You know, I haven't really given it much thought. Before I came here, I was mostly focused on getting my college degree, so romance and being a parent wasn't really my priority. It just seems so far away. But now that you ask, I put on a thoughtful look. You know, right now I'm not exactly ready, especially given our situation. But sometime down the line, I think I would like to be a father. Not with a big family, but I have imagined having at least 2 children. Isn't that big already? Just me, my future wife, and 2 children. Why 2 children? I shrug. I've always been an only child, and for me, I don't know if I'd want to deprive any children of that sibling companionship. It's not all it's cracked up to be. How so? Well, Aiko and I are cool now, but growing up, we get into some pretty childish fights sometimes. So you'd only want 1 child? I never said that, but now that he asked, perhaps. Or perhaps no children at all. Aw, how come? Well, don't know if I'll turn out to be father of the year. I'm pretty laid back and an otaku after all. Dude, my parents are the same. And if they can raise me pretty well, I'm sure they can do a great job. I mean, I'm sure you'd be a great dad. Especially with Sari there as the mom. Sari blushes. Monica chuckles softly and Meiji just remains Meiji. Nah, yeah, I guess so. Well, I want a family too. Probably big. You have a lot of love to give. Too much love, Sayuri. You shouldn't have had to be thrust into the situation. I smile at her, as do the others. As I think about it, I realize in their own ways, each club member would definitely be a loving and great parent. You think so? Thanks. He's right. You'd make an awesome mom. What do you guys think? Would Sari make an awesome mom? I think she'll make a good mom. I learned from the best. She stands there proudly, beaming. I'm glad she's taking all the news about her mom well enough. I turn to Monica, curious now. Moni, how about you? Sari pushes Meiji away, giving us a playful wink as she heads away with her boyfriend. Monica, meanwhile, looks a bit startled by my suddenness. Well, I do kinda like the idea of being a stay-at-home mother. I think having children is one of the ultimate displays of love between a couple. I just want the father to be an integral part of their lives. Well, of course. She looks up at me. Well, if we eventually become a couple and got to that point, would you be in their lives? Money, of course, I would. No doubt in my mind. Any kids I have would mean the world to me. Monica looks a bit relieved at that. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. Given what I know about her upbringing, I'm not surprised she feels that way. Perhaps she feels like her biological father abandoned her despite everything. Jesus, these poor girls have had rough lives. I wish this damn situation didn't add more to that weight. Well, this was an unusual discussion to have. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Leaning back, I take a look around the room. Something suddenly catches my eye. Goddamn, been streaming for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I'm still sleepy. When will the day end? Sitting back up, I look at the wall opposite the windows. Where there had only been an empty wall before, aside from the computer, I now see 3 new doors. Ronald, you okay? I pointed at the wall. Was that what you and Sari were talking about earlier? Monica follows my finger and grins. Oh, yes. Those are the ones. What are they for? Meiji looks as curious as I feel. Come on, Meiji. You don't seriously expect me to just sleep on the couch all the time, do you? Wait, you made a room for yourself? It took some digging. Wait. It took some doing, but once we cracked the sequence, it didn't take that long to repeat it, to be honest. It was mostly a simple copying and pasting. We found out how to use the script to make copies of existing rooms. Then we pasted them beyond those doors. Clever, but why 3? Ronald, a lady does have some needs, you know, not just a bed. I facepalm immediately. Duh. I don't even want to think how she dealt with that beforehand. So you have a bedroom and a bathroom. Is the third door a shower room? No, the second door has a shower and a bath in the same room as the toilet. The third room is a spare bedroom. Oh. It's for Monica and the player. I chuckle and close my eyes, rubbing them a bit. Come to think of it, my body is physically tired, and it hasn't had some daily needs met. Does the water work in the bathroom? Somehow, yes. I'm not even sure how. Well, I'm gonna put that in the "it ain't broke" column. Is it okay if I use it? Of course. I stand and walk over. Which door? The center one. Hesitantly, I open the door. The bathroom looks decently big, and like Sayuri said, there's a toilet in the other room. Bro, sleep already? I can't. I want to finish the day. I don't want to I realized the past 2 streams I've only streamed a tiny portion of the game, I guess. I want to at least finish the in-game day. You know, finish Monday. And unfortunately, it's taking too long though. I don't want to delay the streams, I guess. That's what I mean. I don't want it to drag on. I turn on the faucet and a stream of water comes through. I can even make hot water. After I'm finished with the facilities, I wash my hands, splash more warm water onto my face, then head back out. I heard muffled voices coming from my left. I turn and see one of the doors open. I walk in. The other 3 are in what I assume is Sari's temporary bedroom. She's sitting on the bed while Meiji looks around curiously. Monica's leaning against the doorframe, watching with a smile. I guess this is gonna be your room, Sayuri? Yep. Monica turns back to me and smiles a bit. Feeling better? Much. Although I am tired. Same here. Think it's too early to crash? Don't know. What time is it? Meiji looks at his phone. It's almost 7. 7? You two should get some sleep. You've had all day. God damn, I can't read. You've all had a really long day, and you'll need your strength for tomorrow. She's right, Meiji. Ronald. Even if you're both in one body, you both should sleep. Wait, are you suggesting we sleep in the other bedrooms and not in Meiji's? Monica nods. I think it would definitely help, especially being in here and away from the script interference. She makes a good point, but knowing her, she's got another, more personal motive in mind. Not that I'm complaining. Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Meiji, do you need anything from the house before we sleep? Not sure. Maybe we should have one more look to see. Sounds reasonable. Ladies, we'll be right back. The 2 nod in understanding as the 2 of us head to the open door. Ah shit, god damn it. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, that was my friend calling me. Phone jump scare. That was not an alarm, loser. I have friends, unlike you. Actually, this makes me think in something. I mean, later in the story, Sari has full control over the game, so she learning to code is something that makes me think what's going to happen after. That is true, but she doesn't have as much control as Monica. The two of us approach and pass through again. After briefly recovering, I walk up to Meiji's room. Alright, what should we take with us? Well, definitely not those pills, not after this morning. Agreed. Let's see then, what else? I grab Meiji's phone charger as well as some spare clothes for Meiji to sleep in. He also says we should grab some toiletries and directs me to the closet in the hallway. There's a closet in the hallway? We both look around the closet, pulling out 4 toothbrushes for us all, a stick of toothpaste, and a spare shampoo, conditioner, body wash combo. I also grabbed shower washcloths for everyone, as well as a spare roll of toilet paper and 4 towels. Mom is gonna kill me when she finds out. I chuckle. I'm sure once she realizes why we did this, she'll understand. She was willing to let Monica stay here last time after all. Yeah, that's true. Not able to think of anything else, I close the closet door. Got everything you think we'll need there? Monica is standing in the doorway, arms held out towards us. Pretty much. I hand her all that I'm carrying, and she quickly carries them inside. Meiji and I walk into the classroom again. Once we separate, Meiji scratches his head with a concerned look on his face. If those pills are so bad for me, will I have any lasting effects for taking them up to this point? And how the hell are we going to deal with my narcolepsy without them? Easy, we just slap the shit out of you. Sari walks up and takes Meiji's hand reassuringly. Hey, it's okay, Meiji. We'll figure something out. Monica comes back, looking at everyone. Okay, everyone, the bathroom is all set up. Now, all we need to figure out is sleeping arrangements. I'm with Meiji. Sari clings to her new boyfriend with a wide grin. But I did notice that her grip on his arm is a bit tight. Meiji is about to say something when he and I exchange a glance. I give a small shake on my head. He gives me a wry grin. Okay, I know when not to argue. Yay! Sleepover! We all laugh at Sari's antics. Then Sari almost drags Meiji into the bedroom and closes the door. I guess Meiji isn't getting that shower he wanted. Monica looks over at me, subtly looking a bit shy. Ronald, I hope you don't mind sleeping with me. It doesn't even have to be in the same bed, of course. We still have the futon Sari used, and I can use it if... Monica, relax. You're talking too fast. She takes a deep breath. I don't know why, but I'm a bit nervous. Oh, Monica. Shut up. And you're the one teasing me all the time. Can't take what you dish out. Monica's blushing is adorable. Hey, that's not fair. I relax my smile. No need to be nervous. Just take a few deep breaths and calm down. We both need to be extra alert for the next week. Monica takes some deep breaths, then looks at me seriously. Right. You're right. Come on, I'll show you the room. She heads to the third door and opens it. Ooh. God damn it, I keep getting... Okay, I'm back again. Alright, not too shabby. This reminds me of that room in Emerald Heart. You guys remember that mod? Sadly, it was only a demo. That was a really good mod until the creator turned out to be a groomer. Oh. I would have loved that mod. That was the only mod where I actually liked the side character. I mean the OC. Alright, not too shabby. Nice room. Pretty cozy too. Thanks, Ronald. She clears her throat. Go ahead and get settled in. I'm gonna go lock up the house and turn all the lights out. Right, probably a good idea, thanks. She heads out with a small smile. I take the time to get ready for bed. After I brush my teeth, I splash some more warm water on myself. Yawning, I head back to the bedroom. Monica hasn't come back yet, so I turn off the lights. I set an alarm on my phone, plug it in to charge overnight, crawl into bed and close my eyes. After a little while, I hear someone rush in. I open one eye. Monica looks out of breath, panting. I sit up immediately. Monica? What's wrong? You need to see this now. God damn it, I want to sleep. I throw the covers off my bed as she rushes out. Monica runs to Cyrie's room and knocks hard. The others come out looking confused. Monica, what's wrong? You need to come with me. I need to show you and Ronald something outside. Meiji looks at me curiously, but I just shrug. Please, hurry! Sairi, Meiji, and I exchange looks. Alright, Meiji, let's go. He nods and heads to the door. Sairi, since you really can't leave, I guess I'll keep an eye on the computer. She heads over to the PC and turns on the screen. I rush over to the open classroom door where Meiji is waiting. We step through. I rush down the hall and into the living room. I can't hear the rain anymore. Monica, why did you turn on Shh. She motions me over to the window and points out. I walk over and she grabs my shirt, pulling me closer. Look. Looking outside, I see a girl in a Sakura Academy uniform, slowly trudging down the street. What is... It's Kozue! I look again. Sure enough, there she is, walking down the street with a somber expression on her face. Is she homeless? She's looking at the ground as she passes. I look at Monica with a small frown. What's she doing here? And so late. Oh shit. Dude, Kogetsune Maru. Please don't like give spoilers or any hints. Like seriously? It's clear that you know what's gonna happen. Just don't give any hints or anything like that. I don't want any of that. Please, thank you. What's she doing here, and so late? I don't know, but she did look at Meiji's house too. Calling it, she's demonstrating her negative trait that got enhanced. No, I don't think so. You see, Kozue was never bad. Kozue was actually a good person. Although a little bit sad. Yeah, Kozue is a genuinely good person. Her bad side was just a facade that she was putting up because she was hanging out with Sai. So maybe her good part got in. Nah, the good parts never get enhanced. Anyway, okay, that's not suspicious in any way. I take another look outside. Monica, I'm going out. Stay here. God damn it, just when I thought the episode was gonna end. Just when you thought they were gonna put a full stop, they put a freaking comma. What? Why? You said she looked at this house, right? We don't know why she's here, so we should make sure she's not going to trying anything. Grammar mistake. Fine, but I'm coming with you. I shake my head. No, go back to the classroom. She can't know you're here. So your cell is the only way we can keep in touch. Right, let's let my mind the moment. But be very, very careful. Understood? I don't want you getting into another fight with her. I nod. I don't plan on confronting her directly tonight. I just want to see what she's up to. One thing that we can also notice that she's not blonde anymore. She's not in her Gyaru outfit. Alright, I'll head back to the classroom. She quietly but quickly makes her way back. I head to the door, almost reaching over for an umbrella, then pause. The rain did stop after all. I silently open the door. Quietly, I sneak out into the rainy landscape, heading down the street after the ever-diminishing causeway. As I approach, I see she stopped in front of a house. Meiji, that's... I see it. I see it. Oh. Causeway is just standing in front of Sayuri's old house. Oh. So she said... remember that she used to be Sayuri's bully? She's too far away for me to see what she's doing. I slowly make my way closer to her, trying to keep her from spotting me. Finally, I get close enough to see her expression. Wait, what's with that look in her eyes? Meiji, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? Well, duh. Not what I meant. Look at her expression. Oh. I'm too far away to hear, but I can hear her saying something. Unfortunately, I'm not a lip reader. Why is she here? Your guess is as good as mine, dude. Just then, I feel a drop of water on my nose. The rain begins again. I look back at Koze, but she doesn't seem to notice the rain. She just continues to stare at the house. She doesn't make any moves, just allows the rain to soak her uniform. I think in Act 2, Sayuri is like dead. And maybe she actually really likes Sayuri and is missing her. Wait, uniform? It's past 7. I look at Meiji's phone to see that I have a text from Monica. What's going on out there? Koze is just staring at Sayuri's house. What? Why? I wish I knew. Right now I'm just trying to keep an eye on her. I'll let you know. You'd better. I put the phone away and once more look over at Kozue. Why is she just standing there? Ronald, we should go talk to her. See what's wrong. She's been acting weird all day. No. What? How come? The less people get involved in this, the better. I say this, but this is highly suspicious. Why would she be looking at Sayuri's house? What am I missing here? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I just can't figure it out. Slowly, Koze puts her umbrella over her head and walks back the way she came. I hide behind a nearby fence, keeping a subtle eye on her. God, if someone sees me like this, I'll look like a stalker. I look up at the sky again. I can't think. My head is all scrambled. Why in the world would Koze be out here this late at night? And why is she looking at our houses? Well, Meiji's house and Sayuri's former house. Do you think she remembers? Meiji's sudden question startles me out of my thoughts. Remembers what? Sayuri? I pause. Everything is clicking into place. It's got to be that. That's the only explanation so far that makes sense. It makes sense, doesn't it? Why else would she be here? I know. I think we're gonna have to talk to Koze about it tomorrow. Damn right we are. I chuckle. Could she be a potential ally? Heh. Were it so easy. I walk out behind the fence. From behind the fence. Let's go back home. We should really get out of this rain. No kidding. Also take note, the guy once again let himself get soaked in the rain, so he's definitely getting sick. What happened? Sari and Monica listen patiently as Meiji and I tell them what we saw. After we finish, Monica and Sari go silent, thinking. We need to talk to her tomorrow. I agree. No argument from me. Then it's settled? I think so, yeah. It's just too weird of a coincidence for her to just show up and not remember anything, right? Hello, Walter. I was wondering if any of the characters have fragments of the Act 1 timeline. Maybe. Maybe Kozo is the only one. Who knows? It's just too weird of a coincidence for her to just show up and not remember anything, right? Agreed. I clap my hands together. But for right now, I think we should all try and just sleep. I rub my eyes tiredly. No, not that I'm dismissing anything that just happened, but we're all as exhausted as it is. You mean deja vu? That's a funny way to spell it. We all need a good night's rest to clear our minds, I think. The other three nodded in approval. Right before I turn to head to the new bedroom, Meiji gives me a wry grin. Now that I can finally take a shower by myself. Now I can finally take a shower by myself. I laugh and nudge Sayuri, miming a tearful proud expression. They grow up so fast. The two girls burst out laughing, and Meiji just looks a bit embarrassed but unsurprised. And just like that, everyone heads to their respective rooms. I walk into the room on the far right, just behind Monica. Please, finally, sleep. I want to end the stream. We've been going on for 3 hours. I thought it would only go for like 1.5. I walk right up to the bed and collapse onto it, groaning. Hey, are you okay? I believe that's my line. I'm fine, believe me. It's just been a long day. But I'm serious. Are you okay, too? Yeah, just exhausted is all. I move over and sleepily pat the free side of the bed. Hop in, I won't bite, I promise. Monica turns off the light, shuts the door, and walks over to me. She slowly gets under the covers. I can feel her warm body move up next to mine. Ronald? We're both whispering now, and the only sound other than us talking being the unusual rambling the space classroom makes. May I hold your hand tonight? It'll help me. Without replying, I reach out and take a slender, cool hand in mine. She blushes hard and squeezes it back. Thank you. No problem. Now let's sleep. We lie there for a while. Finally, I realize she's holding my hand with a bruised one. Monica. I reach over and gently touch the bruise. She winces a bit. No matter what happens, I will never hurt you like this. I promise. She smiles at me gratefully, squeezing my hand ever so much more. Thank you. That means a lot. She moves closer. You, Ronald. Me too, Monica. Sleep well, Monica. She moves a bit closer. You too. I close my eyes as well, finally allowing myself to drift off to sleep. Oh my god, it's finally over. It's finally over. Yay! Yay! Tuesday! Yeah, finally. God damn, that took so long. How do I save? Yay! Okay, finally we can end the stream now. 3 hours and 12 minutes. Okay, ending the stream now. Longest Monday ever. Yeah. Hell, actually it took 3 episodes to end Monday. No, 2 episodes. Yeah, 2 episodes to end Monday. So, ending the stream here. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell if you have already subscribed. And if you've already done that, thank you very much. Love you all to death. And I'll see you guys next time, which will be like Saturday or Sunday. One of those days. I'm not sure. My schedule is really unclear. So, hey, hello, Eric. Also, unfortunately, goodbye, Eric. Gonna end the stream here. So, see you all next time. Bye bye and arrivederci.